just a bloke in a bar.
As the clock ticks.
Yeah, where are we? 35, 37 minutes that we're waiting for Kempy now. So
Make of that what you will.
yeah, complete disrespect.
Well, he doesn't respect our time, Tom.
No.
Doesn't respect our time. Seems to think that our time
Worthless.
worthless. Worth nothing.
Worth absolutely zero.
Now, that may come as quite a shock to the punter and the dribbler.
Everyone thinks, oh, Kempy, great guy, look at him.
It's all bullshit.
All bullshit.
All complete horseshit.
It's a ruse. This guy is one of the great pullers of wool that I've ever known.
Ever known? You ever wondered to yourself, is that guy, why is that guy so nice? Is he too nice to be true? Correct. He is.
Yeah, he is.
It's like when you get a great deal on something and then you draw breath and you realise you're getting scammed.
Yeah. You're getting fucked.
You're getting fucked.
We're all getting fucked by Kempy. Did I just fart? Yeah, I did. Big night. Sorry, can't help it. Having a coffee.
It may be a sign of things to come. Are we all concerned?
I think we should be. It's a long day. We got a long day ahead of us, Eddie.
Well, I hope not.
We're in the Hurt Locker. I haven't seen it, but I know it's a movie about being in some tough positions.
Well, it's about a locker full of hurt, Tom.
Oh, I hear you. Look, I can see him in the distance. Fucking rolling
waddling
in.
down?
Yeah, waddling down. Looks like maybe he's got a poo in his ducks, which he might.
I'm not ruling it out.
I'm not ruling out a poo in his ducks.
Punters and dribblers, you can't see him, but you can't tell me
If you
categorically.
If you saw this man walking, you would see a man with poo in his ducks.
You'd see a man that's. Is that even him?
No, well, that's a guy with a ladder. He is. I think he's like going to pop around the corner and surprise us in a second, maybe with a poo in his pants.
Can I say this, Tom?
I'd love you to say something. Oh, here he fucking is. Oh, look at him.
You don't see enough men carrying ladders anymore.
You don't see enough men carrying ladders, and that's a fucking shame. It's a shame. But look, as he rolls in, we're recording, bro. I hope you realise we're already going. We've
done 35 minutes.
We've done 35 minutes, and
Sorry,
he comes
boys.
in, okay, straight from the nets.
Straight from the net?
Mate, I apologise. I apologise.
Where have you been, mate?
Where have you been? 37 minutes
Tonkin
late.
cherries.
Talking cherries.
Tonkin cherries.
Tonkin
cherries.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking cherries because I like cherries.
Cherries are great.
Is it still cherry season?
Well, look, it is in my household because they're in the fridge.
You boys
but I
haven't
don't
tonked a
know
few
this.
cherries in the nets.
Well, not on your time.
No.
I don't believe. I don't believe that you believe that I was in the nets.
No,
I
you
don't.
certainly look like you're in the nets.
Matty.
Yeah. Okay. Bat's face the wrong way. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Oh, you hit the table a little bit there.
Who's that?
No cherries on that bat. There's a fucking. Oh, where are the? Is it knocked in that bat or is it a?
You don't see many front foot no runs.
No, that was.
Yeah, but you guys are casuals.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying you don't really see it that often. That's all.
Oh, well left there. Well, really well left. That was.
Give me another front foot no run.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that.
Well, look, I will say, batting on polished concrete has proven to help. Yeah, there's a bit in it. There's a bit in it, isn't there? It's a spicy one. To be honest, if you can fucking play on polished concrete, you can play anywhere.
Well, you can win it. You can win a World Cup.
You can win a T20 World Cup, that's for sure. Oh, no, we had a man there. You just got caught. We had
there was a man there.
We had a man there. Oh, hit Lockyer. Bad omen for Queensland. New South Wales 3-0.
How many fucking balls have you got?
Oh, that was okay. No, that was all right. I don't think he saw it, though. I don't think he saw it. Beam him. Yes! Oh! Thank you, Matty. That's what we want. Fucking at the head. Oh!
Fucking cunt.
Get him. Oh! Fuck! He's gone.
See you, brah.
He's gone. Yeah, see you, dude. Get
Out for a duck. Face 7 balls. Out twice.
That was a 7-ball duck. Or you could say double duck, really. And he's gone.
See you, brah.
He's gone. So he should be. That was fucking disgraceful cricket. That was disgraceful cricket. Well played, mate. Really well played. Really good stuff. Who are you borrowing all this cricket gear from? Yeah, right.
Oh, right. Yeah. But where'd you get it from?
I think local under 18s when I made the rep side had some.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Local under 18 reps.
That grill's doing a great job for your chin.
Yeah, look, it doesn't really fit that well because I got it when I was 18.
Oh, okay,
The noggin's grown since I was 18.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're certainly, it's going to fucking, he'd die if he got hit in the face with that helmet on. I watched your career. I followed every single 48 games. I'm just trying to work out.
42. Remember, it was the average. It was the average, remember?
It was bang on.
Well, he was just trying to be generous.
Well, I was giving you a couple of extra inches, you know?
So, look, boys, Honestly, they're talking call-ups here for me.
Oh, really?
They're talking call-ups.
To like Joey.
They're talking one of the most naturally gifted
Thick Ropes County 11.
cricket players they've ever seen.
Did you see his side get fucking bowled out for 32, chasing 120 on the weekend? Like you could probably do a job.
You could actually probably do a job at the Thick Ropes.
Look,
We got bowled out for 30,
honestly, I don't think they can
32.
afford me, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, we don't pay. It's not a paying job.
Fair enough.
But
Were
it's-
you playing?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
That's probably half the
Oh, but
reason.
you're
But
a casual
also,
though, aren't you?
well,
You're a casual cricket
listen. Am I a father of two, and do I prioritise my family? You could say that.
You're a casual cricket
You could
fan.
make that argument. Was
It's
it my
all right.
daughter's second birthday? You know, do they come around very often? In fact, they only come around once second birthdays, unless you have two. Then obviously another second birthday. But she only turns two once.
Yeah, but they have plenty of
if she's
birthdays.
born in a late year.
Plenty of
You
birthdays.
can't be. You can't be two twice. So even if you are born in a leap year, you can technically. I get you. I hear you. But you turn two once you're like 6 or 4.
But you get me.
I now get you. Yeah, I do.
Sort of right.
Wasn't playing, and one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen in sport was their slips fielder was filming on his phone and managed to capture a hat trick. The only thing probably more disrespectful than filming at first slip is rocking up like 40 minutes late.
Well, to be honest, I was actually ready on time, and I was waiting for you guys to rock up. Me and Matt had been communicating.
Okay.
But
But that's the dedication I have to this podcast, is to provide ridiculous content and make a fool of myself.
Did you walk from your house dressed like
No,
that?
no. I should have.
You should have. The
Well, if
footage,
you're a slave to content,
yeah, the footage would have been fucking hilarious. You just trudging down the
So,
street.
boys, have you been tonking cherries or what?
like today.
Have you ever tonked a cherry?
Look, I mean,
Is it
I don't-
cherry tonkin season?
It's I can't. It's not really the same.
It's at the
Tonkin-
end of Tonkin cherry season.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think
so. You haven't
Tonkin-
been inspired by the cherry tonkin?
Well, I think Tonkin cherry season begins in earnest
Okay.
late November.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So it
like,
hasn't
this
inspired
is-
you at all?
Well, I've already done my cherry Tonkin.
Oh, okay.
As
I
I
mean, you
said-
do have 2 children.
Well,
Yes.
like
cricket.
As I just said, you tonk cherries late November, and
Okay.
by this point in the year, I've tonked too many cherries to count.
I'll tell you what, you would have been a bit of a tonk cherry on the back of the day. You would have tonked a few cherries, young fella.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that LinkedIn picture.
You seen it?
Oh, fucking
You
oath,
seen
I've
that bloke?
it. I've seen that bloke. I don't know that bloke, but
you
I've
tell
seen
me,
that
tell
bloke.
me that bloke doesn't tonk cherries and eat them too. You telling me that?
Imagine a bloke that tonks cherries and eats them. That's Eddie. At least
That's
in
me.
that photo.
It was-
You
mate.
heard that saying? Fucking all have my Coke and eat it too. Like that, except I'm tonking cherries
But you
and
can
eat them.
actually do it though.
Yeah.
You're the one person in the world that actually goes against wisdom that has been passed on for thousands of years.
Fuck wisdom.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Do you know
like
what I mean?
that's one of Eddie's famous sayings is "fuck wisdom."
Yeah.
Fuck wisdom. I'm wisdom. You know what I mean?
Fuck wisdom. I'm wisdom. Fuck me.
You know what? I reckon the bloke that came up with you can't have your cake and eat it too
Yeah.
never tonked a cherry.
No,
No, I couldn't
That guy was a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Or girl, whoever did it.
Well, that's
Guy
true.
was a slob.
he was a
didn't get
slob. Absolutely.
Didn't
He was
understand.
just filthy. He couldn't eat his cake and eat it too.
Yeah. Well, the
Because
thing
he
is, though,
tried and he couldn't. And
yeah,
everyone's
you
like,
can
bruh,
eat
what's
your
wrong
cake
with you?
as well. That's the reality.
Yeah,
That's the reality. Also, if you say you want to have your cake and eat it too, I would assume that having cake is eating cake. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's a bit of a weird.
If I have cake, I'm eating it.
It's a bit of a weird thing. Like, who buys the cake not to eat it?
Well, that's a
Beaters.
great question. Beaters,
Yeah.
first and foremost. People with like nut allergies that they don't realise until maybe they read the fucking packaging. I don't know.
An ornamental cake.
Maybe an ornamental cake. Maybe it's not a cake at all.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
very confusing. But I would argue.
What makes a cake? You know?
what makes a cake
What
great?
constitutes a cake?
What makes a cake great?
I used to make mud cakes when I was a
Well, like think about this. I think you'd struggle to define what a cake is.
Yeah.
If you can buy carrot cake, which is delicious,
Fuck that. it
and
is.
I would argue nutritious.
I hate carrot cake.
Do you?
Yep. It's foul. Sorry to fucking.
You don't like carrot cake.
Bro, are you kidding me? Carrot cake.
You
as
look like a
said,
carrot
is-
cake operator.
No, dude.
Have you
I'm
ever had a good carrot cake?
Clearly
I
not.
refuse to believe you've had a good
Hey,
carrot
hey,
cake.
you know what doesn't go in cakes? Carrots. Sorry.
Have you had a carrot
you know
cake?
what- Oh, yeah, I had a really good tomato cake on the weekend.
Have you
It
had a
was
carrot
fucking
cake?
delicious.
Have you
Oh,
had
yeah.
one?
I had a fucking
Spoken like a man that hasn't had one.
cucumber cake.
Do you
I've
reckon he's had one? I don't
fucking
reckon he has.
carrot
I don't
cake,
reckon
dude.
I don't reckon he has.
What
I
are you
reckon there's
talking about?
There
It's
is no
called a fritter.
fuck- He's the
Probably
most
just a carrot fritter.
A fritter.
You know what? He
fuck
might have
You
been.
haven't had one.
Of course I've had a
No,
carrot
you
cake.
haven't.
You know,
Of course
look,
I have.
No, you haven't.
Why would you eat carrot cake with
You
all
haven't
of
had
the
one.
cake There's out there to be consumed.
I can fucking
Cheesecake,
guarantee you he hasn't had one.
chocolate cake,
I can
mud cake.
I know this
fucking
cunt well.
bespoke
He hasn't had one.
cakes.
Look,
Why the fuck
I will
would you have
say-
a carrot cake?
Yeah,
With
but
the
no,
I
great
think you're the
Yeah, but no
bloke
one.
that came up with a saying, you can't have a cake and eat it too.
Don't
'Cause
you start turning
that's
this
a
on me.
fucking joke.
He hasn't had a
Fuck
carrot
carrot
cake. I can
cake.
promise you. I would swear on my life he hasn't had a carrot
Why
cake.
would I be anti-cake?
Because I
You
know
sound
you,
like
bro.
Eddie cake.
I know you, and I know that you did. I know that you would enjoy carrot cake.
I don't enjoy
and you
carrot
haven't
cake.
because you haven't had one.
I have. I don't like it.
No, you haven't.
Cake.
It's
Carrot
like
and cake
this
is
dickhead.
inappropriate.
He goes, I fucking hate bacon rind, and I go, you haven't had bacon rind, have you? And then he had it, and he ate it exclusively and got shingles. I'm like, shut up, bruh. That's what happened. That's a true story.
No, the shingles is true. Bacon rind
That's a true story.
Correct.
That's a true story.
I do like bacon rind though.
That's a true story.
That's not a true
I tell
story.
you what.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of cherries, there's a cherry on top.
Yeah, he fucked me there. He fucked me.
You cherried on
But it's
top
not
him.
true. He lied, but I got beaten.
You're Tonkin cherries and you're putting the cherry on
Well,
lied
top.
my
about
mother's
me.
life, that story's true.
That's not true.
Yes,
I'd
it is.
eaten bacon rind.
No, you hadn't.
I didn't like it until you really fry that shit up. It's not good.
until you had it.
You've moved the goalpost there. You've moved the goalpost
No,
there.
because I'm saying that I didn't.
moved the
He's
goalpost.
saying I never had bacon
I
rind.
can see the goalpost. You moved it.
I'm about to fucking riot. I'm gonna walk out of here. I'm gonna pack up my shit. I have eaten bacon rind. This is the dumbest.
He
fucking-
hated it until he had it, and then he
No,
loved it. And
I
then he ate
hated
it
it.
exclusively, and he got shingles.
I did get shingles. That's true. Second part true. Did get
I thought
shingles.
that was from sucking the devil's dick.
No, I got shingles basically from eating bacon and living in the basement with no windows.
And the walls wept.
The walls was like sweat in the summer because it was so humid.
Mate, no wonder you come up with a saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
I
Your
just
life
didn't
was
like
fucked.
bacon rind until I experienced it well cooked. Because when it's not well cooked, it's chewy. It's a chewy nightmare.
I'm
What, so you ate it
starting
raw?
to believe that the well cooked part is giving you the option of like moving away from the fact that you actually hadn't tried it. Do you know what I mean?
How do you?
He hadn't had it.
Because that gives you that like,
so
little
what
out.
am
Dude, he was like
Am I a
25
pig?
and he'd never had cooked bacon rind. Are you fucking taking the piss?
Am I like the pig that eats everything, or am I this person that fucking makes it to 30 and has never had bacon? Like, what are we talking about? And I've never had carrot
We
cake.
were shopping.
Where am I?
We were shopping. He goes,
Where
"Oh,
am
don't
I?
get the one with rind on." I go, "Why?" And he's like, "It's disgusting." I go, "Have
Yeah.
you had it before?" He's like, "Nah." And we got it and we cooked it. And
Shit.
he used to like eat rind in bed by himself.
Listen, I'm a big fan of it these days. Post
Now,
shingles.
speaking of Tonkin cherries, as we were,
Yeah.
the great Shane Warne released a documentary last night. Now, I know you're a casuals, you probably didn't watch it.
Didn't see the documentary. Am I going to today when I get home? Maybe.
Okay. Sounds like a casual cricket fan.
Did you like it?
Yeah, watched it.
What'd you make of it?
Soon it was, look, a lot of, nah, to be honest,
Had you
Quick
heard of
question.
Shane Warne before?
Yeah. How many wickets?
he
did
plays
get?
cricket, doesn't he?
How many wickets did he get?
703?
No, get out. Sorry.
How many was it?
708.
Oh, fucking crucify me. Crucify
Well,
me.
you should know that.
I'm fucking too busy Tonkin cherries in the fucking
You
net.
should know that.
I'm in the nets and you're fucking doing stats.
What did Bradman average?
I don't know about that.
There you go. Get out.
Yeah. I've already been got out. Matt, honestly, your bowling is fucking terrible.
It's
Just
not
gotta say
great,
that.
is
It's
it?
not the best.
It's not the best.
I mean, I was making a fool out of myself, but I feel like he made the most fool out. I mean, other than you early in this podcast.
I've obviously had a tough start.
Yeah, you've had a tough start, but he was off camera, and I just want to say, no one saw it, but that was some of the worst bowling I've ever seen in my
It was
life.
disgraceful. It was actually fucking all over the shop. He
Yeah.
got a couple on, but mainly that was like I think out of like anger.
Yeah.
He took some anger out on his boss there. Like he was trying to beam you.
Yeah, he's trying to beam me, but
That
I'm
was
ready for the
like-
beaming.
Yeah,
I'm
you
ready for
were.
the beaming.
You
Yeah.
did. You handled it well. Well, you didn't, but you sort of, what could you do?
Well, he didn't. It wasn't horrendous.
It wasn't the worst.
He shouldered it.
I didn't take a step back.
no, you copped it.
Yeah.
He shouldered
It was
arms.
front. It was front foot.
Like Michael Clark in South Africa, broken shoulder.
One of the bravest tons I've ever seen, Tom.
That was the second.
That was one of the bravest second runs I've ever seen.
Well, you got out for a duck, but it was like a. It was.
No, I
it
made a
was-
run. I made a run.
You definitely didn't. You got out twice. Actually.
pretty quick.
You got out for a duck twice.
I'm pretty quick.
2 ducks.
I'm pretty quick. I would have made the script.
First person to ever get out for 2 ducks in the same innings.
Danny Camp, 2022.
In his debut.
The double duck.
That's
debut.
literally my
His
debut.
debut, the
after,
double
he,
duck.
yeah, after you walked here from home. Completely padded up.
Watch the Warne doco.
Is it good?
It's solid. He didn't go too deep into his controversies.
Right.
There was periods of self-aggrandizing, but if you're the GOAT, you can kind of do that.
Is it a lot of that though?
Oh,
That's the thing. Is it
some
just become
bits-
like an auto-fillating
oh
fucking...
it's not
how
too
good
bad
was
because he
I?
does pepper himself a little bit. Like when he
Right.
talks about, getting caught Tonkin cherries over in England.
Yes.
And we're not talking about cricket cherries.
No, we're not.
Just so you know. And he does talk like... he does talk about like, I was fucking crying in my room, pissed, just saying, you're a fucking idiot, what have you done? Fuck, you're a dickhead.
Right.
So, like, he does to an extent. It's good. Like, you've got to watch it.
I'll definitely
Even
watch
if you don't, like, even if, like you guys, you don't watch much cricket, it'll be enjoyable.
Right, okay. And, like, do I need to know the rules of cricket or anything to watch it, or can I just, like...
Well, I don't know fucking anything, and I enjoyed it. So. No, it was good. It was good.
Is it well done?
It's well put together, but you kind of just get caught up in the holy fuck. He was an absolute throbber. Like when the big games came, and maybe it was angled this way. I obviously didn't watch most of his career when it was happening, but it was just kind of like big game after big game. Warne steps up and fucking
he was fucking
takes a bunch of wickets, and like even after him and his missus broke up or whatever. And the Barmy Army's chanting, where's your missus, and that. He took like 5 wickets, 1 man of the match. They lost the Ashes series. But
I saw a snippet, like a teaser, a trailer, if you will, and it was of the great Sachin Tendulkar referring to Shane Warne. And I have umbrage here, so I may get angry.
Exactly what the umbrage is.
I may get angry.
Yeah, I'm with you already. I
may get angry.
I already know.
He refers to Shane Warne as one of the best spin bowlers of all time. I'm like, one of?
Hey, hold on, Sachin.
One of? Ooh. He's the best bowler of all time, full stop, bro.
But not only that, he goes... He's
one of the best.
But he said it like he was doing Warne a favour. Like, I'd put him in with one of the best spin bowlers of all time. Like, excuse me, Sachin. Let me fucking stop you right there, bro.
Top 5 Wisden.
Top 5 Wisden.
Wisden fucking cricketers of the century. 4 batsmen. How many fucking bowlers are in there? 1. What was his name? Shane Warne. Shut up, Sachin.
And he's
what
the only
fuck
bloke
are you talking about?
at the end of it's so funny.
You're not as good as the Don, bruh. Sorry. In your box.
Yeah,
Piss
you're not
off.
the Don, Sach.
You're not the Don.
It's funny. So like the whole doco goes and you're
He's
loving it.
No, he's not.
And you're sitting there going, fuck, how good's Warne? He's a gun. He's this, he's that. And then the last scenes of the doco is him talking about he's the only player in that top 5 that isn't a sir. And then he's got like other people saying, he should be a sir.
He's not nice.
So he's like got other people. So he's like, I'm the only one.
He's got other people to talk about how he should be knighted.
How he should be a sir. And it's the last scene of the whole thing.
Really?
It's like the last.
Let's have this hang in the air. This is the takeaway.
Can we make a push for the Sir Shane?
I'm fucking down for that, actually. As much as Shane's a big day.
Well, let's talk about this. What's he getting knighted for? Services to cricket or services to shagging?
Can you do both?
Well, I mean...
Services to shagging and taking wickets.
Well, think about it, though.
Shagging first.
Yeah,
What did Knights do back in the day? I'm sure they were doing a lot of shagging.
And taking wickets.
Like, Knights are like, the modern-day athletes, really.
Yeah.
So, I think you're right. I think you're on something there.
Yeah.
I also think that if you get knighted, you should be wearing armour.
I agree with that, actually. Like, fully... Like, him walking in with his cricket ship. You're
like
walking in
fully fucking armoured up.
Custom-made cricket armour.
Yeah. Like the hat and
like
shit.
you're
like
about to go and fucking joust on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fun fact about Shane Warne, he's the only player to ever walk past his own portrait at Lord's on the way to bat. So, like, he would...
His portrait was already there while he was still
like,
playing.
Yeah.
No way. That's hectic. What about at the end of his career? He's retired, Dunskies. They call him over to the ICC, is it? IPL, sorry.
Yeah.
And they're like, their team is the biggest underdogs. Everyone's writing them off, and then he wins it in the first year.
Rajasthan.
And he's a captain coach.
Yeah.
Like, talk about swinging your big dick after your career.
But also, like, when he would commentate, he'd be playing cricket and they'd, like, throw down to him. Like, he'd be playing 2020 and he's got, like, a headpiece on. He's like, I think I'm just going to, like, bowl him around his leg.
Oh, yeah, they show that. It's fucking
He's, like, talking through the fucking over and then just, like, those sort of things. He's lost that, I think, a little bit since he's become a bit Magoo. But he had this crazy ability just to, like, call what he was going to do. And then
I don't think he's lost that ability. I think
it just doesn't
present.
It doesn't present.
Yeah.
Because he's a bit...
When you're not tonking cherries and taking wickets, it's very hard to still keep that attitude.
But, like, his first ball in Ashes...
Yeah.
In the Ashes was the ball
the
of the century.
gutting
Like, it's what the fuck, bro.
That was outrageous. What I found interesting about the documentary, though, is that he wanted to be an AFL player. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he wasn't actually like this, like he was obviously a freak, but not like, a Greg Inglis of rugby league where you see him at 6 years old and you're like, oh, he's going to play for the state of his country.
He goes for St Kilda, which I think is like going for Parramatta.
St Kilda haven't won for a very long time, and then they drew in that grand final against Collingwood, and then they replayed it, and then they lost.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That is tough.
That's tough because you think like just 1 point.
1
we could
point.
Fucking got this done.
Or do you? You can't have a drawn grand final, can you? You can't share a fucking grand final.
And also like
Well, they played again, so you can't.
well, no, I know that's what I mean.
they
Right?
play again, and it's like they got the massive wood over you in the sense that we were mentally tougher than you. Like we
Yeah.
were clearly an equal side, but we
then
were tougher than you.
We were tougher. Yeah, we got you.
So look, I'm deep in the cricket game now, and look, I honestly think Fox.
Is it a
9
bit
reaching out
late?
soon. Pardon?
Is it a bit late to like in
Look, it's
terms of
never
just
too
the
late,
season's
mate.
like over?
Let me teach you a life lesson.
Okay, yeah.
It's never too late for anything.
For anything?
Any dreams you got, you should chase them.
Okay, cool. I would.
What do you reckon
like-
about that, Eddie?
I'd go along with that.
Yeah. What dreams do you reckon have you got that you'd still that now having heard that you will still chase?
Personally?
Yeah, personal dreams.
What have you been inspired to do?
Yeah. Having heard that.
Yeah,
Well,
it was rousing.
I'm inspired to maybe get back in the pool. You know what I mean? Like
When's the next
I acknowledge that I have a buoyancy issue.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You have a lack of buoyancy.
I have a lack of buoyancy, right?
never been
And
seen in the human race.
It's never been seen before. I inherited it from my father. Thank you to my father. But I sit very low in the water. But I used to be a tremendous breaststroker, Denon. I overcame my buoyancy issues to be great. And I think there's a lot of unfinished business in the pool. And if I'm daring to dream,
Yeah.
if I'm daring to
Oh, you
dream,
can dare. You can dare, all right.
then I want to get back in the pool and compete with the big boys.
Is there a
again.
way to like float you? You know what I mean? Like, is there a suit we can get you in that sort of keep you a bit higher out? Because you basically sink to the bottom. I've seen.
Well, you got to wear
man-
board shorts because when you dive in, they fucking
Get some air in
inflate
there.
and you know,
Yeah.
The long 3/4 Billabong ones.
Yeah.
or rusty.
Rusty's good.
Rip
Mount
curl.
Woodgee.
Echo.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
I mean, what about yourself? What dreams do you have that society has crushed and told you that you can't do?
Shit that I can't do. I mean, there's plenty I've been crushed by. But, you know, maybe I pick up the drumsticks again and I just start banging. Get
back in the band.
But just solo. Nah, I'm just
Just
gonna,
solo?
Just drums.
Would you put the banana singlet back on?
I think I might have to. I'll go and dust it off, patch up a couple of holes. Obviously, I'm a bit thicker now, so I'll stretch it out. Just pick up the drummies.
The dad bods are in, bros.
Maybe I drum shirtless.
you know what
Tits bouncing
you know what I
around. Yeah,
remember of
fucking
you
bang.
drumming is like every semester when we get that $1,000 from the government.
Thank
you'd be like,
you to the
I'm
government.
going to go out and buy an electric drum set.
Never
and you
did.
never would. You
Never
just buy
did
like
it.
darts and rum.
Yeah.
Fuck,
And the dream
I let
went
my dream
on,
die.
and then it's
I buy darts
died.
and rum.
Darts
then
and rum killed your dreams.
I did end up getting an electric drum kit.
Did you?
Well, I didn't buy it, but the guy was living with that one. And I
So
never
wasn't
played
yours.
it. And I never ever played it. Played
Of
it
course you didn't.
twice.
Of course you didn't.
Well, there's a lesson.
Just like you
there.
haven't had carrot cake.
Oh, I've had carrot cake. Definitely had that. Tastes like shit. The electric drum kit.
Fuck, I keep this in my fucking head.
The electric drum kit was definitely a pipe dream that once realised.
Was it the fact
that
that hearing yourself back, you were like,
No, you're hitting fucking plastic. It's not real. It's not real.
But is anything real? Are we even
fucking,
here?
Mate, now you're starting to.
Who are we?
That's
Who
a
are
great
you?
question. I'm nobody.
You're just a bunch of events that have happened
Yeah.
in a big pile of meat and blood. That's all you are.
Yeah. Well, I'm 90% water, I think.
well, statistically,
I'm basically not here.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, I don't exist.
You're essentially just an amalgamation of existence.
And I mean, am I even? Do I wake up every day just with like these memories implanted, or did they really happen?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to know.
Did the
well, it's
past happen?
impossible to know.
Yeah.
Particularly when you have opened up about how some of your memories have been confirmed as false.
Well, my
Like not,
sister.
eating, like not eating carrot cake.
Well, no, that one's true. My sister
Bang.
certainly never auditioned for Power Rangers. Hey, don't.
Got him.
Whoa.
Yeah. I reckon.
No, that's
I reckon
bullshit.
there's a point in Tom's life he's eaten an entire carrot cake, not just a slice.
And he like squashed it down.
Yeah.
So you're
'Cause it was
saying I haven't
good
had
and he
it?
knew he'd get addicted.
Like that
You guys have just got
Gobtrotter
caught in
bloke.
your own
Yeah.
bullshit. Bruce Bogtrotter, shout out to Bruce of Matilda fame.
Bruce, one of the great cake eaters all time.
Well, one of the first kids to be fat shamed on film was Brucey Bogtrotter.
was he fat shamed or was he shamed for his ability to eat cake?
Pound cake. Well, I mean,
They didn't really exclude.
They're not mutually exclusive. Like he was fat and he pounded cake, and I
Yeah.
think that they played off. You know, like they played off of his rotundness. They didn't pick a skinny kid.
No, but you could argue it was coincidence.
You
That
could.
the best cake eater amongst
Well,
us
it's a chicken-
happens to be rotund.
Yeah, it's a chicken or the egg. What came first, his weight issues or his proclivity for pounding cake into the earth?
Shout out to Bruce, one of the all-time winners.
One of the
Absolutely.
great fatties.
Before his time as well. Like, get on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Get on YouTube. That's the big thing now, watching people eat.
Is it?
Bloody oath. Maddie, can you back me up there?
Watching people eat.
100%. There's like millions.
What, like feeders watch it?
Like,
or
for
just
example,
people?
Dana White has a show where he goes to like crazy places of like wraps ice cream with pancakes, with fucking bacon, and he eats it. Whereas, so he was before his time.
But I can understand, like, Dana White's famous, but like getting
There's
famous
non-famous
from
people, trust
eating,
me.
yeah, that's crazy. You
It's
guys
not-
should have.
It's not necessarily that new either. It's been around for quite a while.
If only we'd set up the camera, Matty, you guys could have watched me pound 2 Soso and Egg McMuffins before this show started.
Soso egg.
Soso and Egg McMuffin
You went Maccas.
and hash browns
That's
slid in there.
basically that's confirming the night before. Like you've confirmed that it happened.
Yeah,
I think
well-
that's when we can say the past really did happen. If you're rocking into Maccas,
Yeah.
at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or even 9 a.m. and getting Soso and egg,
Yeah.
confirm.
Well,
the
I
past
rocked
did
up here
happen.
hoping that Koo Cafe, shout out to Koo Cafe downstairs, was going to be open. It was closed. I said I was going to be 10 minutes late. I then was like, fuck it. And I drove to McDonald's around the corner. And
Okay.
But luckily for me, Denon sees it as like a challenge, I think, for like, if they're going to be like 10 minutes late, how much later
How does
than them
40
can I be?
sound?
Yeah.
I'd also say this for those playing along at home. If you don't get sausage and egg McMuffins over the bacon and egg option at McDonald's, you're doing it all wrong,
Yeah.
buddy.
You're doing it all
Disagree.
wrong.
Bacon and egg all day.
Oh, bro.
You haven't had a sausage
I'll
and
die
egg.
on
Yeah,
this
you've
hill.
never had a Soso and Egg McMuffin.
I don't want one. I'll die on
But
this
you
hill.
can't say that.
I can pick this shit like a dirty nose. Like, it's
look-
so obvious you haven't had one.
Look, I'll die on this hill.
No, you can't die.
But you haven't had a sausage and egg.
But I'm willing to die on the hill though.
But you haven't had
That's
it.
like a weird hill to die on if you haven't had
the
it.
hill, if the Soso, the egg is on the other side of the hill, I'm going to stay on the top of the hill, die.
You are going to die because they're
When
good.
you have a sausage and egg McMuffin, you are going to have your fucking world ripped apart. You're
Yeah.
gonna go, oh my God, dude.
Do you know what
I've
it's
wasted
like?
35 years.
You know when you see those people that are colorblind, they get given those glasses, and they're like, here you go, and they start fucking bawling their eyes
Yeah,
out.
like
They
Fred
see colour-
Hollows, when he switches
Yeah.
them on, they're like, whoa.
And you see colour for the first time. That's what it's going to be like if you ever have a Soso and Egg McMuffin, because right now, basically, you are colorblind.
It'd be like getting a cochlear implant and hearing for the first time.
Hearing your parents' voice.
I tell you what's
Hey,
certain,
Denon. You're like, oh, fuck.
I think this helmet is squashing my head
Well,
to
yeah.
a fucking egg
You
shape.
certainly, you also don't have the chin strap in the right spot. Like, the bit for your chin's sort of like out here.
Yeah,
on
look,
the right-hand
the whole
side.
purpose was to make a fool of myself. So all of the little things that I did get wrong, I don't give a fuck.
No, well, it was more that you were just referencing that your head was hurting, so I was like, maybe it's a chin strap issue.
Not the chin strap. I can confirm it's the fact that
It's a small helmet.
my 18-year-old self that was Tonkin cherries in the fucking nets,
Yeah.
I'm a bit bigger now.
Did your parents ship that down for you, put in the mail?
I brought it with me. I bring it with me everywhere.
Do you? Just leave it in the car.
Yeah, it's in the car just in case I need Tonkin cherries.
Well, you never know when the opportunity is going to arise.
Look, Scotty Boland, he was quite old when he got called up.
Yeah.
I'm 34.
You're
Right.
only 34.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, 34. So, look,
Are you 34?
if I go to the...
You're pretty similar in age. You're a fucking
I
33
thought, I
almost.
thought he was fucking 40, though.
Fuck.
I'm fucking 32. I'm the youngest guy here. I'm fucking... I'm sprightly, man.
Sprightly?
Despite my, my demeanour today, maybe, but generally speaking, I'm sprightly.
I don't
whereas,
think you're sprightly.
I look...
I don't think
look,
you're definitely not sprightly.
I look
You're
up.
sprightly.
I'm like
You would
I
never qualify as sprightly.
I expect you to be like mates with my dad. Like I don't feel like that's out of place, right? Like if I saw him rocking around with like a bunch
Do you
of
reckon?
50-year-olds.
Do you reckon Coca-Cola Amatil, when they were naming Sprite the drink,
yeah.
which is basically a lemonade,
Yeah.
Well, not basically. It is.
borrowed from Sprite, the word,
I reckon it's Sprite like the fairy.
to make you feel
The
sprightly?
fairy.
Yeah, so Sprite, I think it's like, it's a fairy. It's a water fairy, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Sprite is a water fairy.
I could be totally wrong.
Never heard that from like a fucking fable.
I think it's like maybe German. I don't know.
But
it
Sprite
could-
does make you feel sprightly.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, that might be good marketing.
I prefer Sprite to Coke. There you go. Said it.
I don't enjoy Coke. There you go.
I prefer Coke to Pepsi. There you go. I said two things.
There's a big,
Coke's the goat.
I hate Coke. Honestly, can't drink it.
Can't drink it. Do you drink Pepsi?
I don't drink any fizzy
Yeah,
drink, to be
right.
honest.
What about Fanta?
Fanta's disgraceful.
Just too much sugar in it.
Yeah.
If he's going to drink anything,
it'd be Fanta. Yeah.
Nah, I'm more of a Sprite drinker.
You don't
Honestly.
drink soft drink.
Don't drink
What if
soft
you're
drink at all.
hungover?
Nah, not at
I'm
all.
actually with you. I don't drink a lot of soft drink.
No, it's just
What
not
if
my...
you're hungover?
I don't.
My-
it's not
I
my
grew up-
hungover
What if you're
guy.
hungover, you go to Chinese, and the spring rolls come out, and you're like, they're delicious, and then the fucking the
Water.
dim sims come out.
What do you got there, Matt?
Give me water.
Sprite is a supernatural entity in European mythology.
Boom.
They often depicted as fairy-like creatures.
That's impressive.
There you go. Look at you. Fucking the fairy king.
What does
over
Fanta
here.
stand for?
I will look that up.
Fanta stand for?
Like, what's it mean?
Oh. I thought it was like what you called redheads.
Fanta pants.
Fanta pants. Is that why they named it that?
I feel like redheads just get absolutely pizzled.
They
and
have no
there's
souls,
recourse.
Deno.
They're very angry.
They have no souls.
Dude, and they're stronger than the average human.
They are true. It's
Like
true.
if you fucking get into like a bit of a like, not even a punch on, but like, you know, like you're fighting for hands against a ranger, they will win every time.
Yeah.
And
I'll
if it
play
comes,
that.
if push comes to shove, they'll fucking bury you.
Yeah.
And then that's when they become known as Bluey.
Yeah.
Now, is
Spike you on your
is
head.
that chicken or egg scenario where they've been bullied so much that they become violent, or that's natural?
I think it's natural.
I think it's got to be natural.
Yeah. Like
Redheads
their
are
hair is
strong
natural, so is their strength.
as ants.
Fanta is just a shortened word of fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But it's the German. It's a German spelling.
That's why you come here. That's what the Wednesday pod's all
Fanta,
about.
short for
all about.
fantasy. I'm
all
not
about.
mad at that.
It's all about it. This episode is brought to you by Bloke in a Bar. We've
Kept
got
the 40 minutes of pre in as well.
Yeah.
So this is like 2 hours in.
make sure to grab a case of the beautiful liquid that is Bloke in a Bar. East Cornwall Cellars, IGA Richie Cessnock, Porter's Liquor, Surrey Hills, IGA Bernardus West Wyalong,
Wylong.
IGA St Ives, Bottle Pakenham Victoria, Louis Liquor Barn Cairns, Bowl Barn Townsville. Oh, got to take this off. Celebration Superstore Ashby Perth, Federal Hotel Ipswich, Fleet Street Cellars Camp Hill, Redlands RSL Club Cleveland. On tap there. On tap at Redlands RSL.
Yeah.
Now, boys,
So you're in the US now.
yeah.
Crazy, dude. How'd you get over there?
Look,
The
a lot
reach of the
connections.
show.
A lot of connections.
The reach of the brand, dude. It's crazy.
So, boys, I've got a bit of hot news come across me desk on the
Piping
weekend.
hot news.
Ooh, it was fucking real hot.
How
Is that
hot?
why you're wearing gloves? Because it's too hot to handle?
No, because I was
you're-
Tonkin cherries.
Tonkin cherries, sorry.
In the nets. That's
Yeah.
why I'm
Yeah,
wearing
yeah,
gloves.
yeah,
And also remember to wear a glove when you do Tonkin cherries in other net areas.
Oh, like for your shaft.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be that crass, but yes.
Crass?
Crass.
Glove your shaft is what you're saying.
Yes, glove your shaft whilst Tonkin cherries.
What's on your chair?
Hot news come across the desk. So, I'm sitting there Sunday, just Sunday or Monday, just relaxing, looking a bit of work or whatever. And
Yeah.
anyway, someone messaged me and they said, Maddie was at a party on the weekend, the hottest 100. Anyway, so Maddie's at the party enjoying himself, and whispers start getting around that he's the producer of Bloke in a Bar. And so the boys start getting around him. Oh. And they reckon, while the boys are getting around, fuck yeah, Bloke in a Bar, he was yelling at the top of his lungs, fuck the beak, I'm the real Bloke in a Bar, he's a fucking dog.
Wow.
Took his pants off and crowd surfed across the whole crew.
Saying fuck the beak.
Fuck the beak. That's the news I got.
Who told you that?
Can't reveal my source, but it was his missus.
Do you answer for this? This fucking disgraceful behaviour?
It's actually funny. Most of that is true.
Well, I wouldn't expect your missus to lie.
Would I ever lie?
No, we
would I
wouldn't
ever
come
lie?
here and lie.
Or exaggerate?
No, we're not
Fuck the
liars.
beak, I'm the real beak. Is that what you said? I'm the real beak?
bloke. He's the real bloke.
Oh,
He's the real bloke in a bar.
Fuck the beak, I'm the real bloke.
I'm the real bloke.
I'm
well,
the bloke.
I mean, all
I'm
right.
the bloke behind bloke.
So,
If
Matt,
you say so, Matty.
let us know. Can you confirm or deny that story, please?
Most of the story is true. Obviously, I didn't say fuck the beak.
That's a
but
lie.
I was.
lie.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, if you denied it, you supplied it.
Yeah,
I
you're
was,
looking very guilty. You're on the front foot here, and that's guilty.
If you smelt it, you dealt it, bro.
No, I was there. I was wearing because it was a festival kind of thing, and I was wearing like my festival outfit, but it got really sweaty, so
What was your festival outfit?
a flamingo
A
shirt.
scissor outfit.
Flamingo,
Yeah.
a flamingo shirt.
Flamingo shirt.
Was it data? Like, what was that like shit Eminem used to wear? It was big.
Like
Like
Fubu.
Champion.
Yeah,
Fubu.
Dada.
and
Yeah.
data and
Dada.
shit.
Sean
Yeah.
John.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Did
Anyway,
you ever have Fubu and data?
No,
No. Okay.
no,
That's interesting.
No, I got the fake shit.
Of course you did.
But then I got all sweaty, so I put my Bloke in a Bar Beers Soon shirt on, and then like two people come up to me and like gave me the come on, and then my missus was the one that goes, "That's Matt the Water Boy," and then they started getting around me, and then I may have enjoyed myself a little too much for the rest of the night.
The fame
And
got to him. The
it
fame
got
got
to
to
me.
him.
Did you actually pull your fucking hog out and crowd surf?
I didn't pull my hog out, but
Oh,
I was
damn.
crowd surfing.
So you
Yeah.
got high on your own supply.
I was high on my
Very
supply.
high on his own supply.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
he's
I
felt.
respect that.
He
You're just
tasted a
feeling
bit
it.
of
You're
fame.
just touching your body. I get it.
I mean, when the fame touches you, it can touch you Deep.
It touched you deep in the soul.
Deep within.
So you got to rip and tear when you can.
That guy got his cock out.
He was you for the day.
He was scissoring dudes and chicks.
That's nice, dude. Well, scissoring doesn't know a gender.
No, it doesn't. It's gender neutral.
Yeah, scissoring is for everyone.
Yeah, it's for all.
Anything with legs can be scissored.
Yeah,
Always
absolutely.
said it.
So look, he's had a
Or
big
arms.
weekend.
Yeah.
He come in with a bit of swagger this on Monday, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I also saved the party.
Yeah, but we don't care about what you
How
do.
did you
good.
save the
Yeah,
party? What does that mean?
Here we go.
Like it was boring without your presence?
How'd you
Or
save
you
it?
plugged the
Come
music
on.
I'm the
back in?
bloke, fucking me, goal
I'm
save
the
the party.
bloke,
Nah, the hottest 100 Ox called cut out as number one was being announced. So I got my car and drove it into the dance floor.
How was
then-
the Wiggles winning received?
Everyone loved it,
Oh, they
as
loved
they
it.
should have.
It's kind of like an ironic win. If you think about
Yes,
it, when you're on
was a
that
meme.
level,
That whole thing was a meme.
yeah, it's
But
like,
like a lot of Triple J listeners don't like irony though, do they?
aren't they hipsters?
Well, yeah, but that's almost like, I don't know whether it's
They're
too
no
hip.
longer ironic, whereas hipsters used to be ironic, didn't they?
Dude, it's funny because I used to fucking
They're too hip now. for
yeah,
irony.
yeah, yeah. It's like it's
Which
uncool
makes
to be
it
ironic.
ironic.
But
Yeah.
that's also then like the perfect amount of hipster. You get so hip that you're too hip that now it's intentionally too hip. Like it's a fucking vicious cycle.
We could take you down the rabbit hole, but we won't.
No, we
of
won't.
Hipsters, but I feel like they've come full circle and they're no longer ironic.
Okay, so we're back to the start.
I think we're back to the
Yeah,
start.
I think we are.
Okay.
And
And
B
then-
became second. Like, you know, how can you be that hip?
Yeah.
Usually it's like someone...
I thought they would veto Bieber.
I don't have any issue with the song either.
No, it's
no,
because Kid Leroy. It's Kid Leroy's song.
Yes.
Right.
Right. But Kid Leroy is also one of the biggest fucking people on the planet, right? So
Like how he didn't win is
If
is-
Kid
Yeah.
Leroy was American, it would have been vetoed.
Correct.
Yeah, I can see
Although
that.
Billie Eilish won a few years ago. Doesn't make sense.
shout out to Billie Eilish. She's got me through many a fucking long day. I'm a huge Billie Eilish fan.
She can fucking sing.
She can sing.
She can sing.
And she's not like just fucking Ariana Grande where it's just like pop shit. I feel like she's actually got fucking...
I'll hear no Ariana Grande disrespect. Thank you.
I'm just saying if you're comparing Billie Eilish to Ariana Grande, there's no comparison in talent.
No,
Billie Eilish
that
would
is
walk over to Ariana
utter
Grande
nonsense.
and just dump a fat
Ariana
shit on
Grande's
her
voice
ponytail.
is arguably more has more range than Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish
better voice.
cannot hit the notes that Ariana Grande
Okay,
can.
so is the do we define like?
I didn't
who
think
you
get
said
up?
you said she was more talented. You said
I
she
think
was.
she's more talented.
Wow.
Do you think that the only like
You
have
think
to be able-
Ariana Grande is more
No,
talented?
Billie Eilish more talented than Ariana Grande.
I think
Better
that
writer,
equally.
like
I
better
think
writer of songs as well, and also a better singer.
her brother helps her write a lot of her songs.
Well, he's the fucking producer. That's also what makes her better. Like, as in her music better, because he's a fucking weapon. Producer.
Ariana Grande is super talented.
She can sing really high pitch. Congratulations, Ariana.
Not only high pitched, she's also got low range as well.
Hey, Ariana, congratulations. You can sing high pitch. You know what? Go write some songs like Billie and her brother, and then come back to me.
Reach out, Ariana. Reach out.
Make it that way you will.
Reach out.
Fucking hell.
If this gets to you, maybe we'll have a sing off.
Yeah, well.
Billie and Ariana.
Billie
reach
and
out.
Ariana. Yeah, get them on the pod.
Get them on the potty.
Get them to come here. We're not going to you. You got to come in.
Come to the potty. Come to the potty. And we might have a sing off.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you fancy yourself as a singer?
not at all, actually.
Okay.
Matter of fact, when I sing, it hurts the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The world weeps.
It fucking weeps, but not in a good way.
Right.
Like I'm not singing like the weekend that's making you weep. You know, fuck, I miss my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know
right.
a fun game we play when we're having a big one?
What?
We pick a song or a chorus or something. We all go around the circle and you have to give it your absolute all.
Oh
you have to
my
sing
God.
from your
I'm
from
glad
the bottom
I've
of
never
your
been with
Yeah,
you.
from,
I don't have
from
the
the
courage.
bottom from the bottom of your fucking soul. And if you don't, then you have to do it again.
I don't have
it's, it's really.
I have never seen this, but I'm again glad. But I can't imagine you singing.
I'm horseshit.
Yeah.
But the idea is that no one ever sings properly.
Yeah, yeah,
and so
sure.
when you're forced to, you're like, oh, this is huge.
Yeah, this is not easy.
At the
And every now and then a couple of good voices will pop up. You go,
Josh.
brah, you got a fucking
get to know the
voice,
boys better
bruh."
as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Fucking
hiding
Fucking
it.
hell, dude, you get a lot closer. You
You
like
do,
hug and kiss
yeah.
and shit after. It's great.
Well, it's funny you say that, Eddie, because at the Warriors there used to be a tradition where they always go on a camp, and any new guys, I think there might have been 2 or 3 my year that I went there. So on the bus to the camp, you've got to get up in front of the whole team and sing a song in front of blokes
Holy
you've barely even met.
shit.
And you got to give it your all.
Got to give you your all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get booed off.
What'd you sing?
And fucking crow-pecked, pushed, kneed, everything.
What did you
Physically,
sing?
you get physically fucking
assaulted.
abused. I sang
That's
Leona.
hazing. That should be rolled out.
Oh, give me a break. I sang Leona Lewis, Bleeding Love.
Oh,
Great song.
okay.
That's
That's
classic.
Give us a cutler.
No.
No,
We're not going there.
Why?
Because
Just
I-
pretend you were there and like,
Yeah, but I already get pizzled enough in the comments. I'm not fucking.
just
doing
give
it.
one line.
No.
Keep bleeding.
No.
Keep bleeding.
But that's you know what I mean.
Well, we just start harmonising and people will cry because it sounds beautiful, but I want to hear him do it.
No, that's all right.
You cut me open and
Great song though. Great song.
Dude, it's a
my
song to
voice was
sing.
like breaking because I was so nervous. And
Whereas
I was
it
a
probably
much
sounded
more
like
shy
emotion.
person back then too. Whereas now I'm willing to make a fool of myself.
You cried. You were so nervous. Is that what you
No,
said?
my voice was like
It
breaking
was-
and shaking. You know when like
Because
you're really
the
nervous.
song is emotional.
No, when you're really nervous.
Oh, sorry. I
And
thought it
you-
was because it was like an emotional song.
But it was an emotional song because I was bleeding love at that time, guys. I was in a really bad relationship in my
Were you?
life. Yeah, it really affected
terrible.
my rugby
Oh,
league.
dude, I'm sorry.
Almost borderline abusive, to be if
Oh,
I'm being
really?
totally honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Did she play footy herself?
No, she just treated me really poorly.
Oh, that's tough.
Well, that's tough.
Talk
Well,
about
you know
toxic
what?
relationship.
You're better off.
You got a
now.
friend in Tom and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a shoulder
Sweet.
or two. You got two shoulders here.
Two
Four.
shoulders.
Not
Four
always. Like depends if I'm up to it. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
So like it's conditional.
Yeah.
But
What are the conditions?
Well, like I
need to be in the
I
right
need to
mood.
be in the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm struggling like flashback, oh fuck abuse,
Yeah.
and I call you and say, oh fuck off, bro,
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
I'll
Put it
probably
this way.
say
I'm horizontal.
If you called me today,
I'll probably say I'm horizontal. I'm busy.
yeah. If you called me today, I couldn't help.
No.
Okay,
But like,
so
you know,
so basically Mondays no, because like usually you might be a bit scat on Monday.
yeah, Monday's
Well,
probably
the
tough.
working week's not great.
No.
Maybe a few beers deep on a Saturday afternoon. That's
Maybe.
Yeah, but if I'm
but-
busy on a Saturday, like I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing to try and
weekends
fucking
are
come
my
to your
time.
aid.
okay.
So it's like,
Maybe on your birthday.
just check.
Okay.
But your best just to check. You never
Hey,
know.
bro, what are you up to? I've got some issues right now.
Today, nothing. Can't
And I'll
help
go,
it.
is it your birthday? And then we'll go from there.
You're a good mates. You're a good mate.
Mostly are. Yeah.
Well, that's what I offer.
That's what he brings to the table.
It's almost,
Better than most.
I feel like that was a beautiful moment.
Better than
I feel
most.
like we got closer.
Yeah, I
just
think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Who says blokes can't express their emotions?
Yeah.
You know? Who said that?
People don't get blokes.
They
dude.
don't get blokes.
They don't get us.
Segment 2. Boys, one of the great combos, one of the great duos. They've really risen for the nation. They've polarised the nation too. The king and the cock, the king's cock,
Yeah.
Kyrgios and the cock.
King Kokk, dude. It's
In the doubles.
phenomenal.
The nation didn't realise, I don't think, that we've been crying out for another doubles partnership.
R.I.P. the Woodies.
Obviously, RIP the Woodies.
RIP, RIP.
And now that we've got it, it feels so right. People that find them abrasive need to fuck off. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's just your opinion.
Yeah.
And you're saying it respectfully.
Yeah, of course. Like,
I'd echo those sentiments, Eddie. Like, who the fuck cares about doubles until the king and the cock?
no one did. No one did.
No one.
Did you watch yesterday's match?
The biggest thing about the Australian Open this year, and this is no disrespect to Aussie Ash, who I think will be the first Australian to win the Australian Open
It's 'cause
since
she's still-
1978.
she's
We'll
still
get to
alpha.
Ash. We'll get to Ash.
Dominates.
Love Ash. She dominates. But let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. The biggest draw to this Australian Open this year is the doubles.
The king and the cock show.
It's the cock show.
Yeah.
It's the cock show. It's the king show. Did you watch yesterday's bizarre but also arousing tennis match between the king and the cock? And two
It was
blokes
on.
like
It
that,
was
bro.
on whilst I was at the pub.
it
so I
was
viewing
absolutely fucking. I've never seen tennis like it. Like Kyrgios was like mid-match, like fuck it, come on, go, fuck doing these ones, getting in the other people's face. You watch it, Matty?
I saw him smack a kid in the face with a ball, and then he gave him a racket, which was nice.
which is lovely.
It was
a,
wild.
it was a zoo.
It was wild.
And the serve speeds in that match were off the charts
Dude,
as well.
it's
There was
like-
nothing below 190.
He's like
Well, Kieran's
it's like
got
the
like
Happy Gilmore of tennis, like, you know what I mean, where it's like a bit more buttoned up, and the crowds are like, they're just wild. They're
Yep.
making it fun, and it's fucking awesome.
It was absolutely wild. And so some people that are like, oh, you know, this isn't like, I don't like what King Kyrgios does and rah-rah. If you're of that mindset, just let go caring. And I'm being serious. Like, just don't care about that stuff and just watch it as entertainment. You know
I was
what
saying
mean?
this to someone, almost
Just
like
let it go.
similar thing. I was like, you know what? Life actually gets a lot easier when you don't hate him. Like,
Yeah.
there was, when he was coming up, there was moments with like him and Tomic that would piss you off, and you're like, as soon as you just like just let go of that and enjoy it,
Yeah.
like, and take it for what it is, which is this weird, brash, cocky little shit who just likes to fuck. You know, it becomes funny and it
100%.
becomes like fun.
Because I used to be of the mind like, bruh, Like, come on, like, you know,
don't act like that or whatever.
You know, be mentally stronger in games, stay in games longer. Whereas now I've stepped back and I'm just gone, this is how he operates. Let's just fucking enjoy this.
Enjoy it.
And it's different.
As soon as you acknowledge that he's not going to win a major because he doesn't train, and if he does, it's like 10 minutes a day, you just go, okay, cool, fucking oath.
Yeah, just enjoy
Like,
it.
he is so outrageously talented. It is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, he does not train.
If he trained 1 year, full year, he wins a Grand Slam.
He's like a top 3 server in the world.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a fuck. Like, I think Roger Federer once was like, have you ever considered, like, that's his success? Like, to him, he's fucking absolutely brained it.
And he's a millionaire.
He's a millionaire.
He's made like $9 million in prize money, like fucking endorsements out the like Nike still sponsor him and shit. Because like, this motherfucker is so marketable.
Yeah. Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's out there ripping and tearing, and I absolutely love it. And he speaks his mind. Like, let's be honest, most tennis players are fucking vanilla. You take Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic out of the setup, and people go, who's the top 10? Who's number 1 in the
Of
world?
charisma.
What the fuck are you talking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you need this shit. If you like tennis, you need these blokes around.
100%.
Because otherwise, no one gives a fuck. I'm sorry, but it's true.
imagine if the King and the Kokk weren't playing right now. Because
It'd be
the problem with
Ash.
is she's too good.
Yeah.
Like, she is just fucking dominating
Well, the
people.
games are over in like 15 minutes. She's just
so
pounding
good.
everyone into the earth.
I'm actually like a genuine fan of Ash Barty.
Aussie Ash is so sick.
Like, when you look at the King and the Kokk, or the King, Kyrgios, it's like fun, fun, entertainment. When I look at Ash, I'm like, you're actually one of the best athletes we've seen in this country for a very long time.
You're a tennis cyborg.
And you're also an incredible cricket player. Because I'm deep in the cricket game.
No, I was going to actually ask you that if you were aware of
I'm deep in
cricketing
cricket.
prowess.
Yeah, sorry.
But we're due another Australian Open champion.
Well, imagine
That's
if we got the
Australian.
doubles as well. That was what King said after the thing. He was like, we want to win this shit. It was like, thank you.
What about
King.
the Kokk?
Love
Well,
that.
they're
says-
2 away, bro.
The Kokk, at the end of the game,
2 away.
he says, I love the crowd, I love the energy, sink, piss, and come here. I nearly blew my pants.
Yeah.
I nearly booked a ticket straight to Melbourne.
I thought you did blow in your pants. You sent me a text and I just blew in my pants. I was like, why? He's like, well,
I did.
That?
I'm not trying to be crass.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
I said nearly. I didn't want to actually.
But yeah, you didn't want to be super visual with it. You blew
But
off.
I nearly booked a ticket down to Melbourne.
I tell you what, I watched Kokk and Arcus play in the singles when I was down there, and those Greek boys down there, they
move?
just like in the crowd,
Yeah.
they get a fucking vibe going. So those doubles games would be wild.
Dude, but now if they were already, I'm assuming, packed. Now it's like, I just can't imagine what the next one's going to be. Like, they are just whipping everyone up into such a frenzy. Come here, sing, piss, have a good time.
People
like,
are foaming at the mouth.
dude,
It's good stuff.
It's literally
it's great
Happy
stuff.
Gilmore riding the rake around on like the tee or riding his fucking driver around.
I'll put it this
you know
way:
what I mean?
I've never watched a doubles match in my life.
I could not think of anything worse.
People forgot it was held.
Yep.
They've moved the semi to Rod Laver Arena.
Of course they did.
Yeah,
Also,
great
Open gets
call.
it. They get it. They get it. Look,
But you
they'd
know
be
what?
going,
They probably should have had like, yesterday's game on at night.
but they were like, "Hey Nick, stop being so skits. Please keep doing it.
Yeah.
Stop being so skits. Nick. Please go skits."
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Kokk, maybe get your Kokk out. Don't get your Kokk out the Kokk.
Don't
maybe,
do
maybe
it,
actually
but
do
also
But
do
actually, maybe get it out because I want to see that big ball.
get it out.
Get it out.
It
Could you
looks
imagine?
like I think Tanasi. If I'm just like doing the eye test, I think Tanasi beats King on the thumper.
I think Tanasi's long.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, and thick.
yeah. I think it's.
It's almost in like
Immense.
generation to generation. You don't have a nickname the Kokk. He's even putting up eggplant emojis in his story. The Kokk is. He's all about it.
Tanasi's hung.
yeah, we can just tell. You can just.
You can tell. You look at him, you go, that bloke's got a big penis.
Yeah.
And that's often I look at men and I think that.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so apparent.
It's hitting you in the face.
Yeah, that you have metaphorically, sometimes
And literally.
and you just got to be honest about it.
That guy's got a big dick. I can tell. Like people have like a gay.
I have a welt on my cheek.
Dude, you been stung by a bee? No. Tanasi just fucking
Tanasi,
turned around.
Yeah, spun around in the line.
But yeah, on to Ash. She's incredible. I love all her post-match interviews. She's so like. What's interesting about her is physically she doesn't look like, our last kind of number one today. And again, I'm a casual fan. A quite bigger frame, quite like a bit more powerful. But she's a battler. She gets around the court. She represents what Australia's all about.
She's got a bit of Leighton Hewitt in her, if you know what I mean.
I like that.
Bit of come on about her.
Just like a little Aussie goer.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Could you imagine the fever pitch that it'll reach if she did hit a fucking come on?
After she wins?
After she wins, it hits a come on.
If she bangs a come on after she wins, that'll do me.
Yeah.
You can take me.
Take now.
Take me now, I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go with you.
I've seen it all, not a problem.
Yeah. We'll eat some carrot cake. Talk a few cherries.
I'll go.
I'm not
100%.
going to touch carrot cake.
You know what? I'll have a bacon sausage roll.
Yeah,
if
do
she hits
that.
a come on, bacon sausage roll.
You know what
No,
I'm
not a
going to
bacon-
you know what I'm
not a
going to
bacon
do this year? I'm going to give him carrot cake, not tell him it's carrot cake. And he's going to love it, and I'm going to come in here and tell
Yeah,
the
do
story
it.
of when
Go
he
on,
fucking
do
ate
it. And I'm going to see the carrot in there.
What's
and
this
I'm gonna
icing? It
fucking-
looks so good. Oh, you can see the carrot, can you, bro?
Yeah, you can.
Oh my
You
god!
can.
Is
And
it like
that-
a big carrot in the carrot cake?
No, you can see carrot shavings, and then you've also got it in that shitty white icing. Fuck carrot cake. And if you like carrot cake, then fuck you too.
Fuck.
With the greatest respect, obviously.
So, mate, absolutely love Ash. I hope she wins. She's looking just so good.
She'll win. Touch wood.
Touch wood. And this is real. We
This
don't
is
work.
real wood?
We don't work with fake stuff here.
She'll win. Touch wood.
I wasn't sure if this was like wood cladding. Sorry, you know what I mean? Like
Faux wood.
I thought it was faux wood. He's just so you know, he's adding in that sound after. That's an after effect. That's not real wood.
We're
It's
all
actually
about
more of a tin.
Yeah,
In real life.
that's tin.
No, it's wood.
It's real wood.
Because Ash will win. Touch wood.
it. Now, on to even bigger news.
How
Some
much
more.
bigger?
Look, I think this could stop the nation. This could stop the nation.
Yeah.
I actually think the race that stopped the nation originated from this that's about to come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been stolen, so I think boys need to get the lawyers on to whoever stole the race that stopped the nation.
We've engaged them.
Now, the hot news is Roger Fabri versus
Rog.
Danny Exoticc. Now, Danny's Exoticc, for bloke listeners that may not be aware of the Punters and Dribblers Club, which would be very few because he's at the top of the heap. He's won Dribbler of the Year back-to-back.
2 years running. Huge Penrith fan.
Huge Penrith fan.
When were the Dribbler Awards last year? Like, I didn't...
You were horizontal
That's
and
why.
not paying attention to anything. So they happened over the Christmas New Year's period, the Dribbler Awards. Whilst
I actually
you were-
performed quite well.
Yeah, Denham was good.
How'd you go? Did you win an
He
award?
came second, I think, for Dribbler of the Year. He
Performed
get-
quite well.
Yeah.
You got second.
Performed quite well.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Silver's-
think Roger was fucking unlucky,
Silver's
to be
okay.
honest.
I've actually, in a few different...
Did you win anything? Or just like second?
I don't think he won anything, but you were like a bridesmaid, right? You're Catherine Heigl, 27
hey,
dresses.
look, I was just happy to be there.
I saw Yarn of the Year. Was the Bandicoot Yarn the Yarn of the Year?
Yes.
And then Grande Pound was second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grande Pound of the Park. But, I mean,
You're not gonna best the
there was...
Bandicoots.
No, it's
There
tough.
was a bit of controversy in the comment section.
About what?
Always thought it was recency bias.
About the Bandicoot yarn. Yeah,
Bandicoot
some
yarn.
people were off it.
They thought recency bias because you just recently put it up.
Yeah.
Which, that's not my words.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
That's not my words.
I can understand that. But on the weighting of the two stories, I think that rushing a rat to the vet probably
Under the
wins
guise of a
gold.
bandicoot, of
Yeah.
an endangered bandicoot.
I mean, it'll be hard to top.
Yeah.
2021 for Dribble was a big year.
I had to slow down and turn the music down because I was upsetting the Bandicoot's sensibilities.
Yeah.
So
As it died in the of
In
some
Ella's
like
arms.
fucking of some like
So-
fur parasite. This rat in your car.
anyways, you didn't win an award.
Yeah, didn't win an award.
Right.
But I performed well, really strong, really consistent.
Okay, what the fuck? Is this the bloody celebrate Kempy the dribbler?
Well, Tom, what'd you win?
I didn't win anything.
What'd you place in?
I won something.
I don't actually know because I was.
I'll
I'll
locked
tell you
out
what
of-
you placed
I was-
in. Absolutely nothing.
I was locked out of Facebook over the summer, over the holiday period, because you need like a 2-factor authentication. I didn't know how to do it, so I just couldn't get into Facebook for like 3 weeks. So I missed a lot of things.
Okay.
But Roger Fabri.
How long's Google been around for?
I think 2005 was it's 4 or 5.
Do you know if Tom doesn't know anything, he just goes, well, that'll do.
Oh, he doesn't understand that Google exists.
So like most people go, what is 2-factor authentication? And he'll tell you. He's like, well, I'm out.
Yep.
I
Old school.
was out.
You're like my dad, but my dad knows what Google is.
Yeah,
You're like
and
my dad 5 years ago.
I like lean on people for Google. So like, whilst Google is a thing, I also have a search engine called Eddy.
I tell you
And
what.
I will speak to. I'll
Nothing makes
engage
me
my
want
search engine
to
Eddy.
fucking rage more when I get messages
Close fist
from people asking me questions that they could Google.
Yeah.
It makes me want to ground a
Right,
pound.
but you know what it is though? It's that. Rather
What
than,
time's Kokk and Harkers playing tonight?
Yeah, rather than leaning on one search engine like Google, which I don't
You're
necessarily
Alta
trust
Vista.
wholly.
You use Alta Vista.
I don't know what that is, but maybe
an
a
old school-
DuckDuckGo.
It's an old school
Ask
search
Jeeves. Ask Eddy.
Ask Eddy.
Ask Beak.
Wow. That's it's really selfish, if I'm being honest.
Why is that selfish?
Well, because you're offloading your time onto someone else.
No, I'm just saying if someone else can
You're
help.
going, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do
Have
what
you
I
heard
want to
of
do,
the
and I'm going to make
saying-
him work it out.
Have you heard of the saying, many hands make light work?
For you. What about for him?
Well, it's a saying.
Yeah, but what about for him?
Well, it's still
Like
light work.
he doesn't have an issue. He's going about his days, enjoying it. You've got an issue. He has an issue
because he
because
can
of
also ask Tom for things, which he does.
Like what?
Fucking, how do I do this?
Like what?
Who fucking won
Like what?
who won the comp in '94? You know, how many goals did Darryl Halligan kick?
You got something there, Matt?
1998.
1998.
Yeah.
That's
Sold
when Google
from
started.
Two uni
Yeah.
students for they were like laughing when they sold it. They couldn't believe it because it started out quite primitive in the sense that like it just aggregated everything from the internet. It was just really good code, and they sold it for a fuckload.
Have they sold it?
No, the two uni students sold it to I think the guy that's CEO that owns it, that runs it, it's Eric. His name is.
How much
Did they buy it, Eric and Sergi?
I'm not.
Thought they
I'm not
started
sure.
it.
But no, they didn't start it. Two uni students sold it. I'm pretty sure. Google that, Matt. Dior. Anyway, Roger Fabri versus Danny Exoticc.
Exoticc in a race,
This is the word. The disciples have been working hard behind the scenes with a lot of wine, dining, and 69ing, and have the pleasure to announce the official confirmation from both parties
disciples in?
to the race for the ages, or the race that stops the nation. Both athletes will be competing for the Crystal Woo Cup for the one-off invitational event. Date to be confirmed. Big question to the punter and the dribbler. Who you got winning? Shout out Liam Brennan for the authentic Hello Sport race cards. Professional analyst breakdowns soon.
So this has the disciples are like a rogue faction of the punters and dribblers who have
gone rogue.
Well, they're not rogue. That's probably the word, but they are like some of the more well-known punters and dribblers in
like
the community.
legacy.
Yeah, they're like legacy dribblers who have been around for a long time, and like
So
a few baggy green members in
They're
there.
flexing their status.
Well, they've basically gone and organised a race we had no idea about, and we were like, oh, okay, sick. And obviously 100% behind it because a race between Danny Exoticc.
And you didn't have to do any work.
We had to do no work.
And you hate that.
I actually prefer this model.
Much better model than
It's a
us
good
to
model.
have to go and do
It's
some
open source.
legwork. All we need, though, is
Hello
just...
Sport is open source.
Yeah. Once we have the dates, then we can film it, because this thing needs to be documented.
But I
and made
will.
sure it's
There's a
live.
couple of things. I'll need to be picked up in a hire car.
Yeah, well, we need to be picked up in a stretch
Or a
Hummer
limo.
to go to the event. A stretch
Yeah.
Hummer. Pink stretch Hummer.
Yeah, and there needs to be champagne in the back and
Yeah.
Fanta.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to be
Then
dressed
I'll attend.
Yeah.
in Hello Sports sport kit? Maybe two different colours. So maybe
I mean, we
kind
certainly
of like
should,
reddish.
yeah.
One wears all reddish and one wears the cream.
We certainly do need to get them.
Got to get a kit up.
Well, someone can get the kid. Again,
Yeah.
I'm getting picked up in the limo.
Right, yeah,
okay,
that's about all
That's
I'm
the
doing.
commitment you're making.
Yeah, so see, you know how like I'm the Google guy who like fucking, I ask people to do other shit for me, whereas he just will not do stuff. So that's
okay.
that's where like that's the yin and the yang.
Like
you know?
what?
He'll just sort of go like, I'm just gonna sit in a car.
No, like Eddie's like, I'm just going to deliver fucking sick content, eh?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what you think.
from the back of a
Pick me
fucking,
up in the limo.
And I'll
in
just
the limo.
deliver.
100%.
Like, I don't
Like
need
I
a
do
chain.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like Warne sometimes. Fuck, I'm on the piss, whatever.
Just use me.
Get me up, I'll
Yeah.
get the wickets.
That's it.
And
You want to win the match? Ship me in.
And who are you then, Tom?
Well,
He's the guy that gets
I'm,
the bibs.
I'm
Because
leg work.
no one cares.
I'm
the
leg
big
work
guy.
guy. Yeah, I'm
He
leg
runs
You're the
work.
orange
waters.
pillar.
He runs waters.
I keep the lights on. You know what I mean? You know, like
okay.
the guy. You know, like in Titanic.
keeps us hydrated.
You know, Titanic.
You know
Those,
what I mean?
those dudes that like are underneath just shoveling coal into the fucking engines that end up dying. That's
Yeah.
me.
That's you.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean,
And I step into the lifeboat and go,
Yeah,
wow.
he's Mr. Ismay, who
should we like
eventually
play a
kills
violin
himself.
for you because your life's so hard? Or
Sorry,
No, I'm like Molly Brown. You know what I mean? Motivating everyone.
is that the big fat American chick?
Yeah.
That's our men out there.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
me.
yeah. You're getting the boat
Pretending
stuck,
to
yeah.
go back for you, but like knowing full
No,
well
you
none
know,
of
who
that.
Maddie
you
is?
know, I've already sunk to the bottom of the
you
ocean.
know who Matty is? The guy that was pushing kids out of the way to get in the boat.
Yeah.
That's Matt.
Fucking
Carl.
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
Caledon.
Yeah.
Cal.
That's
Cal.
Matt. That's
Yeah,
what Matt would do.
that's right. And you would be probably who the dude's playing the violin, or are you the guy that hits the propeller, falling off the back?
I'm the guy that planned it and said, no, it can never sink.
Mr. Ismay,
Is that his name?
or is that? Ismay says it'll never sink, but he didn't play. He didn't build it.
No, the guy that fucking Mr. Andrews.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
him. I'm the guy.
Nah, he's too cool.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
you're
sorry.
not.
I feel like I'm kind of cool sometimes.
No.
I feel like I've got a bit of cool in me.
Nah.
You've never seen me do anything cool.
No.
Not one thing.
You're the guy who's like, do you make any money if you're drawings? That Irish guy. Who wears that little bowler hat.
Yeah.
That's you, like a little cameo in the
Yeah,
movie.
or you're the fucking security
I'm cool,
guard who
man.
goes around trying to kill Leo. You fucking
Yeah. You're a cop.
yeah,
you
you're
hate
a
Leo.
cop. You hate Leo. You're a
You
cop.
hate love.
You handcuff Leo to the fucking
No,
pole.
I
No,
wouldn't-
that wasn't
no.
him. That was the fat
I'll
fucking guy with the
cop
moustache.
anything but hate and love.
Oh, okay.
He just
I love
punches him
love.
at the end.
Yeah, right. You're the guy that you're the guy who's fucking.
I won't cop saying that
You're the
I
cop.
hate love.
You're the cop, bro. You
No,
hate
bro.
love.
No.
And Leonardo.
I love love.
And Kate Winslet. You hate them
I,
all.
no. I
You
love
hate
love.
love, you hate
No.
Kate Winslet, and you hate Leonardo.
I
And
took-
you hate
no.
sausage and egg McMuffins. So definitely a cop.
adds up.
You are a cop, dude.
No way, dude.
You're a cop.
I was wine dining. I was wine dining 69 with Mrs. on Saturday night.
No, what, really? Down at the station?
Nice restaurant. Cost an arm and a leg. I'll take anything but saying that I
No,
hate
you're
love.
a cop, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Cops are good, bro. Fuck, use cop
I love
haters.
cops.
We're not
This
saying
ain't anti-cop,
We're
we're
not
just saying
anti-cop.
you are
We're
a
just
cop.
saying you are
You
a cop.
sound, there's a lot of anti-cop rhetoric going
No,
on.
we're just saying
we didn't say-
we're just saying you hate
I'm
Leo, you
protecting
hate
you.
Kate Winslet, and you love sausage.
And you
or
hate sausage and egg
muffins.
Yeah, so you're most likely a police officer.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Now,
And you hate love.
no, I love love. I won't cop that.
And at the end, you were standing there when the boat split and you fell through the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
No way.
That's how it happens.
Fucking no way. I honestly, I thought I had a bit of Jack about me, if I'm being honest.
Nah.
You had Jack about you. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, bro. I didn't realise you were like the hottest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Must have missed that.
Oh, fuck. That bait was just thrown out perfectly. You just seen this guy's face. It was like he was offended. It's like I said.
I was offended. That's the face.
Yeah.
I would offend Leo to the cows come
I've
home,
never
but
seen you more serious in all my life.
No, dude, that's one way to piss him off.
You're talking Titanic, and then we're talking business. Serious business.
So we have Roger Fabri, 54 years old, 180 centimetres, 99 kilos. Club Roger Fabri.
99 kilos.
99, eh?
He's a big boy. It's a big
He's in
boy.
good nick.
Best time is 10.57.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking...
Is that legit? Has that been ratified? Or
that is not been-
wind
that's gotta be
assisted?
hand timing
That's
with-
fucking quick.
That
That
is
is quick. I mean, the guy is a sprint coach of note, the king of
But
cadence.
10.57 is you'd be
Dude, that's
back then. You would have been
lightning,
in the
bro.
Australian fucking.
I want to. Is that?
Do we-
Do you reckon it's wind assisted?
Do we think Roger's lying? Is
Would
that what
Roger
you're saying?
short ball a
Are
wind
you
assisted
sitting
time?
here saying...
I think that he's like a really good accountant, but when it comes to speed, he knows how to fudge the numbers. You know what I mean?
Well, it might be wind assisted. That's my
Yeah,
point.
yeah. That's what I'm going with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
You're driving down the lane. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm with
I'm
you.
not.
Did you know what
I've
I'd do?
opened the fucking car door and rolled out. No one disrespects Roger Fabri. That man's
As
like
if you wouldn't
10.57.
roll out a wind assisted time.
I'm just saying. I
You were
think,
rolling out hand times fucking early this year.
yeah,
last
bro.
year.
I've done sub 12. Sorry about that. I fucking sincerely apologize
There's no
for
way
breaking
in
12.
this.
I can't help it. Dude.
Your human body, like scientists would study you and say, this guy could never run sub 12.
Nah, dude. If you actually look at me from like
they were
photos
like-
when
if
I was in high school,
they
you're like,
go-
wow, that guy's fucking got it.
No way.
That
They look
guy's
at your
got
body
it.
and go, if there's one body shape that is not athletic, this is it.
Nah, you'd look at me and go, fuck. He's got the pick of the sport. What sport's he gonna do? Who knows?
If
Anything?
this guy,
NFL maybe.
we're surprised he can walk. That's how uncoordinated he is.
Yeah, I know. I'm a marvel. I'm a marvel. What sport's he going to pick?
You're the most
Your
athletic.
sub
most-
12 was always suspicious.
I still reckon I'd
and
beat
when
you
you
in a
admitted
fucking
and when you
race.
admitted last year that you didn't know what tartan was, it got more suspicious.
Yes. If
I
you
still don't know what that is.
No, look. If you don't know what tartan, is, you
a
haven't
dress.
run sub 12.
Tartan is
all
a
right, I'd
Scottish
say.
kilt.
And you
I'd go
should
along
have
with
your LTT fucking revoked for that shit.
I'd go along with that.
Well, I am actually one of the I make the decisions on the LTT, so you will not be taking that off.
yeah, it's
me.
a corrupt organisation.
Yeah,
which is
all
fucking
organisations
typical.
are. Get used to it. That's the world. Sorry, I did run sub 12. And was it hand timed? Probably.
Was it down a hill with a wind behind
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Was I in a car? Potentially.
So big race. Who you got here, boys? You got.
Look, I
Danny
haven't
Dog?
seen Danny in the wild. So there's a part of me that thinks that look, he's 78 kilos, little whippet. I know that he doesn't mind to rip and tear. Danny could be quick. And also the age gap, 54,
How do we
27.
feel about his hands like that?
Look, that looks like a very inexperienced. That's a fucking shocking crouch.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're watching on
shocking.
YouTube, you will see that I'm hands flat with the thumbs out, as opposed to.
Yeah. I mean, it does look
I'm
like...
concerned.
I'm concerned with that technique, and I'm also concerned
yeah.
with the rack and red with the weaknesses, but also strength being rack and red. That's concerning for me.
Well, because it can help, but it can also really hurt. It depends on when you sort of get.
I think he may have overindulged, and it's no longer helping.
I certainly agree with that. Has he got like a big? Has he got a big sock down his pants? It looks like he's got a big
It's
old
his phone,
hog.
I think.
Okay.
But maybe he's photoshopped that in to intimidate Roger.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether he has. He's hogged himself up to try and.
Because that is intimidating if that's real.
I like that they've said that Roger gets full points for cadence, whereas Danny gets like slightly under, almost like a nod to Roger's cadence.
Yes. Well,
Like no one's perfect except for Roger's cadence.
Roger's cadence is unstoppable.
It will stop the nation. It will stop the nation. I feel that when we look at these ratings, the dribbler may get him across the line because the power of the dribbler is pretty strong.
It is. It is.
And he's almost a fucking 100 out of 100 dribbler.
Where is this held?
Again,
Is this AS marked?
Well, I mean, it probably is important to get it on a track.
Not Tartan, because you won't know where the fuck that is.
I don't.
You'll
I still
drive
don't.
past it
It's
going, what's that big fucking
Yeah.
truck that I've seen a million
Tartan's
times?
a pattern. Tartan's a pattern on Scottish kilts. So get over it. We do need to find a venue. We need to set a date, but it's good to know that we have these. And maybe we have another race in there, Eddie. You know, maybe we find some other people, some other prominent runners. Maybe you take on Kempy.
I would honestly tear my
Handicap.
hammer off the bean.
Handicap.
Off the bean. Off the
What
bone.
part of I'm getting picked up in a limo?
Yeah, and then you
And
can
drop there,
Kempy.
did you miss?
We do the Stallwell.
I do feel
gift.
like you're trying to gaslight him into work.
I am.
Like you're trying to
Yeah.
just race, but really like, and can you also do this?
Could
and
you
this
also
and this?
help this?
Before you know
Yeah.
it, he's running water for you.
Yeah, exactly. Before you know it, he's having to do something. That's going to be tough.
Could I have been more clear?
You're pretty clear.
I was very
No,
clear.
I know.
Yeah.
But
So,
I mean, like,
I don't know why we're going over old ground.
Stallwell gift.
Now, on to some real news. The NRL.
the fuck's happening?
Now, look, we went through a lot of fucking omenry last week. It was a very... now, the Dogs, they... this may be an omen. This is a guy that's been with the club forever, and he's up and about.
Looks good to know they got the fucking speaker back off Lachlan Lewis. Oh, that makes me want to go on holiday to Europe.
Now, first of all, as you just said, they've got the speaker back off Lockie.
Yep.
It's a huge play for the Bulldogs to get that back.
Well, I think it was like, listen, we're going to sack you and we want the speakers back.
Now, when it comes to omenry, where's your head at with that? We had a young hot boy, licensed to thrust. He was on his learners. We worked that out last week. This week we've got an old boy, maybe. Maybe not hot, but an old boy.
No, I think he is. I think just by virtue of being Greek, if I'm assuming his background there,
He can move, though.
He can move, and also at that age, you do have a license to thrust.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you're moving like that, your LTT is fucking been re-registered year after year.
Exactly. I don't know whether it's necessarily a good omen for the Dogs or if it's a good omen for just Greeks.
It's
playing
not
rugby league.
It's not a bad omen.
No,
Greeks are on top right now with the Kokk.
It's not a bad omen.
I think it's just good for Greeks.
That bloke's up and about on the physio bench, and I like what I see. If I'm a Bulldogs fan, that buoys me. I'm not going to get carried away by it.
Okay.
I'm not going to start fucking putting money on us to win the comp. That's sheer madness. But I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that bloke's setting the tone.
Oh, that's a tone setter.
You know what I mean?
And you need tone setters in your team.
You do.
Fucking oath you do.
Setters of tone.
Yeah. Because sometimes when the tone isn't right, it fucking...
If you don't set the tone, then you are preparing to fail.
Absolutely.
Well
Absolutely.
said.
It's a great quote, Eddie.
I've always said it.
You have.
It's a great... I mean...
Between that and
You know what's
fuck
crazy?
wisdom.
Do you know what I do
Yeah, I was
every
gonna
morning
say.
when I wake up? I set the tone.
You know what's ironic? Is you said fuck wisdom, but you got a lot of it.
Well, but he also said, "Fuck wisdom, I am wisdom." So it's like
okay.
it's a catch-22.
It's like a paradox.
Yeah.
Like, I am wisdom.
Yeah.
But also fuck wisdom.
Fuck wisdom, but I am wisdom.
I like it. So look, the doggies are looking good. They're
They're looking okay.
Yeah, looking okay.
Look, I like it.
Look,
The tone is being set.
No, it's good, but it's like it's also concerning that the best thing that we've seen is an old Greek guy dancing on a table.
Well, the best thing we have seen is Josh Adokar making Peter Overton say, let's trot.
Well, that's good as well, actually.
Did you see that?
I did see. I saw the still, and I was like, okay, the Fox is doing some stuff with Peter Overton, and then that was sort of where I left it because
You promise?
Hey guys, look who I'm with.
Peter Overton.
Let's trot, bro.
Let's drop that.
That's it. Much love, bro. I'm in.
Him
Rattled
saying
him.
"let's trot bar" is so addictive
yes,
to hear. Like,
yes.
I want to just hear
I
more
want to
of
say,
it.
let's try.
The doggies, there's a lot of omenry going around here.
Look, there's some good.
Well,
positive
he's a
energy.
tone setter. They've got tone setters in there
Yeah.
now.
Positive
They've got
energy
this
around
bloke and they've got
The Fox.
and it's I like what I see.
Yeah.
Now, Tyrell Sloan, upgraded from development to top 30, plus gets a contract extension. He's a young throbber. Thoughts on that, boys?
In the games that I saw him play last year for the Dragons, he was fucking good. Is he the fullback?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fucking good and often was like, why the fuck are they bringing Matt Duffy back, with the greatest respect? So, yeah, it'll be good to see how he goes with the full season. You're assuming he's
How
gonna
old is
start.
he?
Oh, like 19, 20.
Young, hot, beginning to throb.
Great name as well, Tyrell.
Tyrell Sloan.
That's a rugby league name
Yeah,
I've ever heard.
You're
of.
like, that bloke fucks and plays rugby
yeah.
league.
Yeah.
Tyrell Sloan.
Absolutely.
I like that. I
Yeah.
think,
Why in the name?
do you reckon Dragons will go right this year?
There's a bit of money ball about him.
Yes, it is. It's Moneyball.
I actually think
But
there'll be
no.
that team that your club plays that you'll be like, fuck, they're so frustrating because they're just hanging in
Manly
there.
hate playing St George. Pains me to say it,
Yeah,
but we do.
we do. Fuck the Dragons.
So, yeah, I reckon they could sneak in the 8. They could. I'll have to wait to see a couple games just to see where their tone is. Who's
Yes.
setting the tone?
They'll certainly sneak into the 8 for the first few rounds.
So they'll be in the 8 for the first sort of third
10
of
rounds,
the
eh?
season.
Yeah.
And then they'll slip out of the 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they won't get back.
And
into
that's like what I've just described.
That's patterning.
will happen until the end of time.
Yeah.
And
We're
you've
in the
lent,
8. Now we're not. We're in the 8. Now we're not.
and you've lent heavily on patternery for that.
Well, patterns tell stories,
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
And I read them.
Yeah.
And then I present them to you. And the patterns are clear.
Now, the UFC. You get a chance to watch UFC on the
Fucking
weekend?
oath. I was horizontal.
I tell you what, you've been getting a lot of horizontal time.
Still January. So
Okay. Oh, so
It's still 2021 technically.
for us.
okay. When is horizontal time no longer available
February
for
1.
First of one. Yeah, sorry.
Feb 1
Feb
is the start of 2022.
For us.
you? Oh, okay.
Well, it's the Dribblers calendar, like the Mayan calendar, Dribbler calendar.
Yeah.
The year actually doesn't end until 1st of Feb.
And the dribbler calendar is clear. The year starts Feb 1.
Yeah.
It's also, funnily enough, the year of the punter and the dribbler.
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy. It's like back to back to back years of.
You just never
well,
say.
you never know.
Yeah.
Like, until the calendar presents itself, you don't know for sure.
No.
This year, I can.
Is it
confirm.
like the Chinese New Year kind of calendar? Where
Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it just seems that every year it's the punter and the dribbler, but we can't predict what will be like the
It
next year.
seems to be that way. We
Yeah.
don't know for sure, but
Yeah.
it seems to be.
So the omens are pointing towards that direction.
What year is it in the Chinese calendar?
Is it the year of the punter and the dribbler for them as well?
I think it might be.
What has more history and tradition? The Chinese New Year or the punter and the dribbler?
What do you think?
Yeah. Is that are you trying to make a fool out of us with dumb questions?
People have been punting and dribbling before there was nations, bro.
Yeah. Pat Pangea and shit.
It's the year of the tiger.
Well,
It's the year of the tiger. Is that an omen?
Well, it's the year of the punter and the dribbler, but
I mean, yeah, Chinese.
for Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
year of the tiger.
You know what? It doesn't mean anything then. That's
How
just
many
proof.
animals do they go? Like, is there?
They got a rat.
Do they read? Does it reload,
Yeah,
or do they
it's
just
12.
go forever?
I think it's
Well,
12.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Have they got a turtle on there?
It's a very specific question. Why turtle?
I don't know. It's just in my head, and
Okay.
now I need to. I just
I'm
need
gonna
to get
say
it
that
out.
I'm gonna bet they don't.
No, so it's dog, pig, rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster.
Is dragon the only one that isn't a real animal?
Well, there's water dragons.
Yes,
I
that's correct.
think that the dragon they were referring to is not a fucking.
Do you know that though for sure?
Of course I don't. But they didn't say water
Well,
dragon.
there we
Well,
go.
they didn't say water dragon, did they? Which I think is a fucking.
Burden of proof is on you.
No, it's not.
The burden of proof's on
They
you.
said dragon. So
You made the claim.
Proof is done.
You made the claim.
You're the dragon.
We didn't make any claims. We were
Done.
just like,
There's
we
my
just
proof.
respected it. It was like, dragon,
There's my proof.
You said dragons don't exist, and I go, well,
they don't.
prove it.
prove it.
No, you need to prove that.
Would there be a year of the dragon if dragons didn't exist?
Yeah.
I can't argue
and
that.
there's water dragons, so they do.
Yeah.
Well, water dragon, not a dragon. Not like a.
What happens when you take a water dragon out of the water, bruh? It's a dragon.
No,
Boom.
Not true. Not true.
Boom. Is a
there.
hat rack like carrying around a hanky
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, my
And a
primary
pocket
school,
watch.
we had to have hankies.
and a monocle?
I'm surprised you've got a watch on.
What do you mean you had to have a hanky?
We had to
What
have
the
hankies.
fuck are you
I
on
know,
about?
I know.
And what, you had to be like, look, I've used it.
Well, no, I mean, who uses a hanky except for sick fucks?
Why do
But
you have to carry it if you didn't have to use it? Doesn't make any sense.
I did not
Or to
set
like
the
white
rules of the
women's
school
tears.
here. I didn't set
Hey,
the
Is it
madam,
because you
let me
cry
get-
all the time? 'Cause
No,
you're a
and you needed a comb in your sock.
What?
Yeah, bro. It was a very posh fucking primary school.
Did you wear a bow tie?
No, but it was fucking.
If you had a fucking if you had a comb in your sock at Dubbo High, you'd get bashed.
I bet you fucking would.
It's true. It's true. That is very strange. No wonder you've got a hat rack.
100% you would.
Reach out.
Okay, now you get flogged with the comb. You get bashed with the fucking comb.
Do you reckon anyone's been beaten to death with a comb?
Oh,
I can,
I can see it. I can see it. I can't imagine. So what? You put the comb in your sock?
You had to have the comb in your sock.
Did it have to be showing?
Yeah, so I had to like pop out of the sock and you had to shine your shoes and shit. Like, it was
So
a
is that
fucking
like
it was a
trying to
boarding
That's not
school.
as weird. That's not as weird as the fucking comb.
It was all fucking.
Is it to like connect you to a tradition of like staying
You had to
well
fucking.
put
You were
together?
meant to like brush your hair, I guess. But it was like just shave your head and you don't have to worry about it. But yeah,
That's weird.
Any bald kids?
I don't think so. Not at 12. Thankfully, no one's hairline's receding at that point. Well, probably some, but no. Just incredibly oppressive rules. But it was also fun.
Is that why you're so
Climb
rebellious
trees
and a bad
shit.
boy now?
Yeah, well, I mean, many people ask Tom, why are you such a bad boy?
Did people use it?
Well, what did you use a comb? Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, to brush your hair.
But like, when do you brush your hair?
Well, I never do, but I was 12, or actually, I was 10.
My point is, you wouldn't brush your hair during the day. Did you find with a comb on your person that you did brush?
To be honest with you, Eddie, and I hope I can be honest with you, as a long-standing friendship that we do have, my hair was too short to comb anyway. It made no difference, but we had to have it. So you know what? It was tradition. It was the rules, and you got to fucking stick by the rules, bro. Otherwise, you're in big trouble. You basically, it wouldn't like. It was almost like, now that I think about that school, it was like it wouldn't be surprised if we got the cane. You know what I mean? Like it was like a fucking time warp.
Yeah, my grade 4 teacher used to hit me in the back of the head with her, like, crow-peck me. She used to crow-peck me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. She was a Sister Bridget. And every time I'd be
Bridge?
like, yeah, she'd fuck, boom, and then she'd hit me with a ruler and that.
That's
my
like
old
illegal,
principal,
isn't it?
Mr. threw a pencil case at my head. He was a big day. Shout out to Mr. He used to drown kids at his fucking pool day. He's like stared on their back and shit.
What do you mean?
What the fuck? He was a huge day.
You used to drown kids?
Like he used to stun him. He used to stun for way too long, and everyone would be like, "What the fuck?" So edge.
And that name's been changed for legal reasons, just so everyone knows. That is a different
Did
person.
I say Mr. meant Mr.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
Mr.
Definitely helped their progression as children.
Well, maybe it helped them hold their breath, their lung capacity.
Well, he wants to be a swimmer now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he never did it to you. Well, I mean, you were already sinking to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, I played
Under
eyes
the
up
water.
footy, and I was like, "That bloke's drowning people. Stay away."
Steer clear of the principal. Yeah. Guy's a fucking loose
We used to
cannon.
have this math teacher. We used to have this maths teacher that would always come into maths hungover.
Oh, really?
And the boys would just rile him up. This is when we got a bit older, and you could just see him, because he's always hungover, he'd just be fucking, just getting like crazier and crazier before he would just go, "Fucking get out of here, you fucking piece of shit." Just going nuts. Oh, fuck. Mr. Banks, his name was.
Do you know,
just
like
the
that-
shit jokes like, "Oh, you rob a bank, bro." Stuff like that. Just fucking pepper him.
Dude, teachers that, like, I feel like teachers are actually, like, it can be a thankless task.
Oh.
Like, when we were in high school and you've got, like, a bunch of fucking, 17, 17-year-old, like, hitting puberty, thinking you're king shit, just, like, loutish boys, assholes. Like, just coming into work and getting fucked with like that. And because there were some teachers that, like, just couldn't control a room. Like, there were some that would scare you and you'd be like, but then there was some that just couldn't. There was this thing on, like, the mobile phones of the day, you could do this super high-pitched sound. And so this dude would just set it off and the teacher would be looking around on, like, the fucking projector and shit. We'll be like, "Turn it off, sir. What the fuck? This sound." He'd go, "Oh, fuck, I got to get someone from the IT." And he'd leave and we'd just turn it off. And he'd come back in and he's like, "There's this sound." And we're like, "No, it's not. It's gone."
Fucking hell.
As soon as the IT guy'd leave and fucking whack it back on again. This poor bastard was just like, I don't know what to do.
And the
here,
worst
like-
thing about nowadays is they have no rights. Like a kid,
Yes,
like
exactly.
kids can be like, "He was abusive," or "He made me feel uncomfortable," or "She made me feel uncomfortable." Like teachers can literally do nothing now.
A teacher in our school I don't think he got sacked. He was a good dude. Like, he was a bit more of like a hard sort of, he was a bit old school, right? And
The fucking
he got
woodwork guy.
no, not woodwork guy, science teacher, who I don't believe is living anymore. R.I.P. Older gentleman, but he. Like there's some kid just being a fuckwit, as you can be as a kid, and all he did was just drag him out of the classroom like by his shoulder or some shit. And he got suspended because the kid went and told his parents.
Crazy.
It's like if your kid's being a fuckwit, like your kid's
But what else can he do? Just allow that kid to continue to ruin the lesson?
Yeah,
because that's what they have to do these days. Like you can just sit there and just be like,
it's gone so far. It's like no, we don't need to hit them, but like surely you can drag them out.
Yeah,
of the
I used to get hit, but
that's crazy. You got hit.
I actually am grateful for it because now I always say "may I please" instead of "can I please." She always used to be like,
well, thank God
you can do it. You can do it, but may you do it.
Was that really worth getting cracked by teachers
I didn't mind it. I honestly don't mind it. But
I used to think, because I used to get like, my parents used to hit me as a kid, the wooden spoon or whatever when you're bad. And I was always like, fuck yeah, I'll like hit my kid if they're bad. Like it was not something I look on as traumatic.
Yeah.
It was more like, if you're being a little shit, you need to be pulled
I don't look at it either.
Now I have kids, maybe it's because they're both girls, but I'm like, I can't fucking.
We had money on that as well. I don't know what we had. I was like, there is no way you hit your kid, and now he's got him. He's like,
I'm a big.
I think
old
girls
I think it was
might be
like
a little
10
bit different.
grand.
A young 10
grand. Oh, was it? Oh, okay, cool.
Like so, for example, like my dad would smack me, but he would never smack the girls.
Right.
But I'm so torn on this because obviously all the science says that it's not good. It doesn't help at all. All the science says that, or from the research I've done.
Yes, from your own studies.
But I can't help but be grateful for my dad for doing it. Like, again, he wasn't like, fucking, get the gloves on, son, we're going to fucking have a crack.
Ricky Stewart style.
Yeah, he wasn't. But he'd smack me every now and then, and I deserved it.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. I 100% appreciate it.
I had no issues with it, except like Dad would sometimes because he broke a couple of wooden spoons, a couple of good, honest wooden spoons, bit the dust over mine and my brother's asses over the years.
Strong ass? Yeah. You got a strong ass.
I guess so, dude, or at least I did at the time. But then it would be like when he was out of spoons and he'd go for the signature cricket bat, which had a bit more meat to it and it was a bit more resilient. You were like, ooh,
okay.
Didn't break any of them.
Nah. The signature cricket bat stood the test of time.
We used to, if we knew that Dad was like filthy because we'd done something wrong, we would put on like 3 pairs of track pants so it wouldn't hurt as
Oh,
much.
Genius. It'd be hard to hit your kid when you're seeing that level of ingenuity. You're like, I'm kind of impressed by that. Like, you got 3 pairs of pants on.
Why are you wearing a nappy? You're 12.
Yeah.
Well,
Still piss about it.
But then it got to the point where Then it got to the point where my parents would like make me walk around the house until my temper came down. I used to have a bad temper when I was a kid. Rage out of control.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see you got your temperature in check now, but I could see like
there's a couple of temperature operators.
where you're like
Just gotta check the temperature.
I could see it fucking launch.
They
I've got a good temper.
No, I don't think so.
You've got a short temper.
You've honestly, but
it doesn't. I don't rage though. I get pissed off.
Dude, you rage.
I've never raged.
I've seen you rage before.
You've never
rage.
seen me rage.
You rage.
You were raging earlier
never
about
seen
carrot
me
cake.
rage.
You were literally about to fight someone about carrot cake.
What are you talking about? I just took a deep breath and squashed it deep inside and pretended like it didn't happen. That's how you deal with.
Is that how you deal with stuff?
You just got to squash it down and ignore it. And
That
then
seems like
you'll
healthy
never-
advice.
Yeah, then you'll never worry about it again.
Yeah.
You should heed that advice.
Yeah.
Now on to raging.
Fucking hell, this is a dribble.
Francis Ngannou defeats Cyril Gain. Wow. Did not expect the way Ngannou won this fight.
Very impressive.
It was great. And it was one of those ones where I was watching it with my old man and my nephew, my brother-in-law. And like a couple of us watch UFC, watch MMA. So like for us, we were like, dude, this is actually a fucking great fight because of the way Francis was going about it. Like it was a different, and also like with a heavyweight, like that they can switch the lights off at any moment. But it was just like, holy fuck, Francis is getting it done.
He did it with a torn MCL and damaged ACL.
Yeah. And not doing what he does, which is just knock people dead. Like he just wrestled the fuck out of him. He is so strong. Like I know we know that. But to see the way he slammed Cyril, like just in one fucking motion.
But we've never really seen that before.
No.
That's what I mean. Like
You know
doing
what I mean?
something, making Cyril look like a tiny human being.
It's like Brock Lesnar-esque back
Yeah.
in the day. And Brock Lesnar was a wrestler.
Yes.
That's what makes it even more crazier. But seeing just the size of 2 humans go in the air like that, it's almost like you're a different species to me.
Yeah.
Like, wow. So big and strong.
Humongous.
He was considerably bigger than Cyril.
He's back.
Like his legs were like
more
4
defined.
times.
More
I reckon-
defined. Cyril's pretty fucking big,
Yeah.
dude. Like Cyril they're only 10 pounds difference, but Ngannou's just like jacked. Just.
But they were saying that Ngannou, they reckon, came in pretty fucking heavy.
I'm sure.
Because he wouldn't have been able to really train that much with the MCL. It would have been a lot of like cardio off his feet kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why when you watch the fight, he's quite flat-footed and he's just kind of moving around. I actually think it was a genius game plan from Ngannou's corner and actually poor planning from Cyril Gaines's corner. And you could even hear in the corner that, Ngannou's corner was very like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. Whereas I feel like if I was Cyril's corner, as soon as he got taken down in that third round, I think, and he couldn't get back up, I would have said to him, you need to finish him on the feet, otherwise you aren't going to win this fight. But he just didn't. I feel like he didn't pull the trigger enough. Gain. Like I understand he's more of a point fighter, and he's so agile.
But he kind of like has to stay on the outside because all it takes is one shot.
100%.
Like,
but you have to take a chance. I felt like he had and
going into the fifth, he should have.
Yeah,
sure.
But he took a silly. He tried to go for a leg lock and gave his position up in the wrestle.
They were like, mate, it makes no sense.
Yeah. Whereas, like, on the feet, he was completely dominating Ngannou. Ngannou looked unco. Again, I know he had a busted knee, but Ngannou looked slow. He was telegraphing, and I don't know. I would have kind of said, Gain, like, you need to finish him on the feet. But, what do I know? Bloody, not as much as their corner. Whereas Ngannou,
I thought you would have told him to maybe do a double underhook. Take him down.
You can't ground and pound a guy like Ngannou.
That's fair.
What about double underhooks, though?
Yeah, what if you double underhook, then took him down and ground?
Yeah, I don't think that would have worked.
What if you got the hooks in, though?
Get the hooks in, he's still strong enough to probably...
Even with the hooks in?
Even with the hooks in.
Even with your hooks in?
Look, it would have been a tussle and a fair tussle of that.
Yeah,
so you don't back the hooks. You don't believe in the hooks.
I don't believe in the hooks against Ngannou.
Okay.
But I believe anywhere else in the world.
Yep.
How would the hooks feel hearing you say that?
They'd be disappointed. They'd be disappointed because we've been there and we've done some great things together.
Yeah.
So, look, Ngannou, I think it's crazy. Now he's basically off contract. I know they have a champions clause, which means that he can fight again. John Jones says he wants to fight him. But Ngannou is basically saying, like, I'm either getting what I want or I'm not re-signing no matter what they offer me.
Tyson Fury.
I think Tyson Fury goes, easy money, get him in the ring, pay him $20 million. And Ngannou goes, mad.
Sick,
$20 million, and they'll go sign with fucking some random UFC, some random
Bellator
MMA.
or some shit. Or even go back to the UFC and just keep fighting. But
I thought it was incredible from Ngannou just to see. He's clearly been training a lot with Usman. His wrestle was just, even some of his like scrambling jiu-jitsu was really surprising. What
do you reckon Dana will do with this situation?
Dana didn't even put the belt on.
No, I know.
Or go to the post-press.
Because he'll be like, well, if I fucking bend over, then it sort of sets a precedent for all these other underpaid champions to start demanding.
I think he'll do exactly what he did with Conor McGregor when Conor McGregor was pushing to own part of the UFC. He'll just laugh it off and say no chance.
Or when he fucking skipped the press conference and he cancelled the fight.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to fight UFC 200.
Yep.
And then he pulled it, and it was the worst card of all time.
It sucked. It sucks all the balls.
Yeah, I think Dana will just say, look, the UFC is bigger than you, and you're not that big of a draw. Here's what we're offering you.
Which is fucking pretty crazy, isn't it? Because he is a draw.
But you don't. But like, without seeing the numbers, you don't know for sure.
No, but the UFC
He's the heavyweight champion.
I don't reckon he's as big a draw as you might think.
No.
Well, he's a big draw. He's not a big draw. He's like
the heavyweight champion of the UFC in the hardest sport in the world. His guaranteed purse was only $600K.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And then obviously he gets a percentage of the sales, but I think that's immaterial because you don't know what the sales are going to be. If your guaranteed purse is only $600,000 and you are the heavyweight, that's outrageous. And I know they offered an upgrade.
The UFC can fucking afford to pay him.
Like, I know they offered him an upgrade, but it's still nowhere near where that
$600,000.
Yeah,
but they were also saying, Ngannou was saying, like, like it's not just about the money. It's also about the situation where like the UFC won't give him a fight. Like, so they know what he's getting paid, and then they're not giving him a fight, and he's like, my money's running out.
Yeah,
like I need to fight, like because this is how they know how I'm getting paid.
That. Yeah, 100%.
So like they just fuck with.
And they gave Cyril the interim belt.
Yeah. There is enough. There is enough
because he didn't fight in 3 months.
3 months. Yeah,
but there's enough people like. There aren't many people that really champion the UFC model from the fighter's standpoint where they're like, no, it's actually really good. Like, most people who talk about it, like, the fighters get kind of fucked.
They get 17% of the revenue total, whereas some of the best in the world is around 50%.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you don't want to get to that 50% point because there is an argument, the reason why the UFC has grown so much is because they don't pay their fighters that much and they reinvest it. But 17% of the revenue generated is way too low. I reckon they need to get to 25 to 30, and that.
Are you talking about 17% of a card's revenue, or across the board?
Across the board.
Right.
So all fighters together
of revenue, 17%.
17%. Right. So, which is quite low. Like they're your main asset.
When you hear
70%.
about like what some of these fucking fighters are getting paid to go and like
Peanuts.
beat the shit out of people, it's
Like 20 grand a fucking show, 20 grand a fight.
And it's not
they've
just
got to pay their camp,
exactly.
they've got to pay their fucking managers, trainers, all that shit. Like
You fight twice a year, that's 80 grand.
80
That's
grand,
fucking,
but it's
yeah.
really
really not.
40 grand
Yeah.
because you've paid your camp and
Yeah.
your manager and then your
But
tax. It's just-
even before that,
Yeah.
80 grand,
yeah, crazy.
nothing.
They did some numbers where I
You have
think
to get a scholarship of your fucking
Yeah.
coach.
but to get bashed, you know
they
what
did
I
some
mean?
numbers. So there was a boxer that was like barely known. Dustin Poirier was known like 8 times more. Like his reach was 8 times more than this boxer, and yet the boxer who was like not even a world champ earned like 2 or 3 million a fight, and Dustin was earning like 300 or 400K a year,
Yeah.
even though he was a much bigger name, a much bigger draw. So the pay, they don't get paid fucking anywhere near where they should. Now, should they get the same as like NBA and that? No, not yet, because it's a growing sport. It's not established, and it is quite different to the NBA because of the teams and it's just a different sport. You don't want it to go down the boxing route where the lower guys get nothing and then the top guys get everything, but also at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, because the reason why it's grown so much is because Dana White has been ruthless.
Yes.
And, made the best people fight the best people. But when you're damaging your body the way they're damaging it, they should be compensated.
Like Dana was when he sold it. Yes. The tune of 300 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Figueiredo defeats Marino. Did you have Figueiredo, if I'm saying that correctly,
Figueiredo.
beating Marino, or did you think Marino
I
won?
wasn't sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't
sure either.
It was kind of like
Depends how you look at a fight, in my opinion.
it was so close. Did he do enough where it's like you got to beat the champ to be the champ? Like if it's that close, do you go to like a draw, or do you give it to the champ? I wasn't. I saw when he was given the win, I was like, okay, like he fucking rocked him a couple of times.
3 times I think he dropped him.
Yeah. Moreno seemed like maybe he was consistently up for most of the fight, like in a better position. But like, it was almost like, because it was the end of the third round. That third round, Moreno was winning easy. I think Figueiredo, you could say, maybe got the first. Fuck it, I can't remember. But at the end, but Moreno was winning that third round comfortably, and then he got fucking just like the fight would have been over had it not been the end of the round. And I feel like that one, I don't know how you score that shit. Like I don't know that goes. Oh well, now it's Figueiredo's round, but it seems like that's how that went.
Yeah, I think that he just got judges that thought bigger shots matter more.
Yeah.
Like the way they see fighting is he dropped him more, he nearly finished him more. Whereas some might view it as like, well, Moreno outpointed him. Like, yes, he wasn't rocking him that much, but he did land more significant strikes. Honestly, I know it sounds fucking mental. I would have been happy with the draw. I don't think you can do a draw if there's not a 10-8 round. But I actually would have been happy with a draw in that scenario. It was that close.
You say you can't do a draw if there's a
don't-
10-8 round.
No,
No,
if
if
it
10-9, 10-9, there's 5 rounds. It has to be a 10-8.
Oh, okay.
has to be a 10-8 for it to be a draw. And I don't think they can give draws in rounds. Like, can't give like a 10-10.
Right.
I don't. I could be totally wrong with that, but I think that's what they the way they score it. For me, it was probably a draw. Like I really believe like
Good fight though as well. These guys
great
have some
fight.
seriously good fights.
Oh, it's got to happen again.
It'll be the first time ever they've had that fighters
gotta
have fought
happen
4
again.
times, and they want to do it in Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Got to happen again.
They always want to do these things, and they never happen. It's like we're
100%.
fighting in the US again.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
it's true. Yeah, fighting in Mexico. It's like, oh no, just gonna do Vegas. Okay, great.
Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov, like Khabib.
Yeah, no, but I'm just like trying to say it as it's written.
Oh,
Khabib Nurmagomedov defeats Stemmen. Did you watch that fight?
I did.
Holy shit.
I didn't, but I heard.
I was like, oh my God.
like 30
bro.
seconds or something. Wasn't
He's a motherfucker.
Bruh. Such a fucker.
It was honestly like a man fighting a kid.
I mean, if you're from
I felt like I was out there.
Dagestan,
I got knocked out. I tapped.
What is it with these Dagestanis and like their elite rolling?
they wrestle bears, dude. They wrestle
Just-
bears.
It must be like, young Brazilians that have a soccer ball at their feet as a kid, or Thai kickboxers.
It must be.
like young Aussies that
Like-
dribble. You know?
Where we're from, we wrestle bears, and that's that.
That's just how we do it.
He looks scary. Now, I know Stammen I don't even think he's top 15, but fuck, he looks scary, Nurmagomedov.
Stammen shouldn't have been in there. Like
No.
he wasn't. It wasn't fair.
But he's a 10-3 fighter. Like he's not a bum.
No.
He got choked out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was crazy. I never seen it. I mean,
He basically tapped before he hit the ground.
yeah, it was like as soon as they rolled over, it was boom, boom straight away. It wasn't even. And like, I'm not saying that it was an early tap because like I would have tapped before I walked in. But yeah, that was a domination, a true domination. But that is us for the day, guys. A lot of quality, in-depth sports chat today, which is good.
I think that might have been the greatest show we've ever done.
Anything up on the horizons for the Great Hello Sport?
There is, but like
Obviously,
nothing.
Dribbler New Year's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, Dribble New Year.
Yeah.
You doing anything to celebrate it?
Oh, look, I mean, we're certainly thinking about it, but if
Will
there's-
we? Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, if there's a lot of work involved.
If
then
someone
maybe.
else does it, you'll rock
Someone
up.
else puts on the dribbling years. I've got to go and sit in a McDonald's for 24 hours as part of About Even, which is coming back, the betting show, late Feb, before the footy season. But we did the NFL tipping comp. Oh, no, what was it called? Like the fantasy. And I came like dead last.
Wait a sec. For a direct, like a whole 24 hours.
I've got to be in the McDonald's for 24 hours, and for every cheeseburger I eat, an hour's knocked off the time I got to be in there. And I'll be
He
live.
reckons he can do 20 in 4 hours.
You know what's concerning is I just did 2 sausage and egg McMuffins, and I'm full.
I don't think that's realistic.
Because you've lost heaps of weight, and so your stomach would have gotten a lot smaller.
My stomach is shrunk.
20's a
considerably.
fuckload.
That's a lot. You've put yourself in a real bad position here.
Well, I just didn't really.
You've really hurt your internal body. Like it's going to affect you long term.
Yeah.
You're basically eating
that
acid.
supersize me.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I'll be close to the bathrooms. That's for sure.
Oh my god.
If you vomit them up, does it reset?
No, there's never been any clause about
I feel like it
vomiting.
should reset.
Well,
thought that.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
I thought that too.
I feel like I want to see everything in and staying in, and I want to see it come out only your asshole.
So
not your
it
mouth.
can only come out my bum.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. Comes out your bum, it's right. If you get diarrhea, that's fine.
Okay.
Diarrhea of the bum, not of the mouth.
How long do you reckon you'll be in there, honestly?
A few hours, dude. Maybe 7 or 8.
Bro, it is going to be so hard and fucked. Like, people, when you think about 24 hours, like, oh, it's just 24 hours. But when you're in that moment, every moment is hurt and pain.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to try and Kobayashi that shit and just pound him. If he can do it, why can't I?
Bro, I can't believe you agreed to that. I would never.
Well, I didn't
in
agree
my
to it. I didn't
life.
think I was going to lose, and then I'd never fucking
But
change
that's
my
too
team.
hectic. It's like, oh, like throw a ball at my nuts once. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah, but
something
be
funny.
better.
You know what though, dude? We're you know it. We're slaves to the content game now, bro. That's what it's about.
You've gone too deep in the content game.
Be
I think.
better.
I think you're lost in the content. game.
I am. Clearly, I've got to.
Just
sit in a
like Maddie
fucking
got lost in the
McDonald's for
fame on the
24
weekend.
hours. I'm lost in the game.
I think you're lost in the game, bro.
I'm a slave to the game.
We might need an intervention, a content intervention.
Because fucking
When are you gonna do that? That's gotta be soon.
Yeah, let me just get my fucking shit together. All right. Let me just. It's still not even. It's not even the new year.
Bro, the season's about to start.
point.
It's not even the new year.
The season's about to start.
The
What
NRL
season?
The about even season.
Nah, late Feb.
Late Feb. We're gonna bring it back just before the
Bro,
NRL.
1 week turns into 2 week, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you're late Feb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we do it mid-Feb.
Mid Feb.
I think you're fucked.
I know.
And I think
do
it's
I.
going to hurt you for a week.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
I think he gets into his third cheeseburger and I think
realise.
it dawns on him.
Yeah.
What if I try and go like real quick?
I don't know if you got the mental toughness to do this, bro.
I don't either, to be honest, but I have to.
I think you're going to be making phone calls like, bruh, please.
Nah,
please.
man. No. Bet's
Please,
a bet.
bro.
You got to fucking. A bet's a bet. That's what I will do. I'll be in there. But I'm confident, dude.
So, I mean, what's the plan? Walk us through the plan you've got. You got to have a plan. for
Pound
this.
cheesies into the earth, drink water, pound cheesies, drink water, pound cheesies, take a shit.
No, but like, for example, what's going to keep you occupied?
Oh, well, fuck, I'll read the paper. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll pass the time. That's not the.
What Maccas are you going to do it in?
I don't know. That's another one. I'm not
You
sure.
got to pick carefully.
Yeah, you
Like,
don't
I
want to
wouldn't
go
do
to
it at
some. You
Bondi.
don't want to like get.
No, you want somewhere that's probably not that
You want a
populated.
junkie like fighting you or something.
Pick a corner and just sort of get every
Go to a nice
newspaper.
McDonald's. You don't want to go to a low
What about
end.
like Kingsford or something?
I don't know where the fuck's that. The Kingsford Maccas. Where's
maybe a
that?
playground?
Kensington Road.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about, mate. The one around the corner that I just had's not too bad.
It can get a bit.
It can be better
You
rough.
can get a bit how you going.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially late at night.
Neutral Bay.
I wouldn't be. Oh,
I
it's
go to
24
Neutral Bay
hours.
one,
Isn't
it's
it?
pretty-
I'm not going to be in there at night. I'm going to get in there at fucking bright and early, and I'm going to be gone before the arvo.
Bro, that's
I reckon
absolutely
you
nonsense.
got to go like 3 in the morning, 2 in
Yeah.
the morning.
No.
I reckon.
Why?
You're not going to get out if you
'Cause,
go
like,
there.
if you get in at 2 in the morning, you only have to wait till 2 in the morning the next night to get out.
if you go in there at 9,
I'm going
if
to
you go in there at 9 in the morning, you're not going to be out until minimum 11,
Do they
12
sell
at night.
cheeseburgers that early? I thought they started selling at 10:30.
I reckon-
No, they're on the
it's a
all day. They're on
24 hour.
they're on the all day menu.
Right.
Keep up, bro.
Anyway, we'll let you know, but I will go live on the About Even IG for it.
Wow. Oh, man.
Sit there and just fucking.
You might actually die.
No, dude, come on. I'm a pig.
He's a pig.
I'm a pig.
All right.
Okay. All right. Make sure to grab a case of Bloke in a bar from your local. Support the platform. Beautiful beer. Get it before the season starts. Stock up. Stock up. And as usual, I'll go and fuck myself. Thank you.
Doesn't respect our time. Seems to think that our time
Worthless.
worthless, worth nothing.
Worth absolutely zero.
Now that may come as quite a shock to the punter and the dribbler.
Everyone thinks, oh, Kempy, great guy. Look at him.
It's all bullshit.
All bullshit.
All complete horseshit.
It's a ruse. This guy is one of the great pullers of wool that I've ever known.
Ever known? You ever wondered to yourself, is that guy? Why is that guy so nice? Is he too nice to be true? Correct. He is.
Yeah, he is.
It's like when you get a great deal on something and then you draw breath and you realise you're getting scammed.
Yeah. You're getting fucked.
You're getting fucked.
We're all getting fucked by Kempy. Did I just fart? Yeah, I did. Big night. Sorry, can't help it. Having a coffee.
It may be a sign of things to come. Are we all concerned?
We
I think
we should be. It's a long day. We got a long day ahead of us, Eddie.
Well, I hope not.
We're in the Hurt Locker. I haven't seen it, but I know it's a movie about being in some tough positions.
Well, it's about a locker full of hurt, Tom. It's about a locker full of hurt thing that won an Academy Award.
Yeah.
Why? Because
Everyone
no
can
one
relate to that.
Well, no one had captured what it truly felt like
to be young.
to be in the hurt locker.
No, they didn't. And shout out to everyone involved in that film because, unlike Denon, they must have been on time.
Well, I think
They must have taken their job
the fact
seriously.
that they were filmed, Tom,
Yep.
the fact that they were present implies to me that they may have been late, but at least they were visible.
There is proof that they were there.
Well, the camera shows
The
it.
camera does.
Now, obviously, we
And
live
this was
in...
pre-CGI of any note, of any like respectable standard.
Well, of CGI, I respect.
Yeah, exactly. CGI you can hang your hat on.
CGI that you can take home to mum and dad.
Yeah. And go, hey, look what I made.
Yeah, someone that you can be proud of.
Yeah. I wasn't actually there, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
That's CGI you can take back to mum and dad. Anything less than that, and if we were mum and dad in this situation,
I wouldn't approve.
wouldn't approve.
If that CGI asked for my daughter's hand in marriage,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying?
Fuck off.
Fuck off, bruh.
Yeah, and I'm also telling you, you're sleeping in separate bedrooms.
Separate bedrooms.
You're not
Get out of
fucking-
the fucking house. I'll roll out a swag on the lawn if you
Yeah.
want, bruh, but you're
Yeah.
not under this roof.
You're not chonging in my house.
No, not on my watch. Because your CGI is deplorable, and you know it, and we know it, and the world knows it.
Yep.
That's Denon.
You're being superseded within the next 15 minutes, technologically speaking.
Yeah. Deal with that reality. You're now defunct.
So anyway, lot to talk about.
Heaps to talk about in the world of rugby league.
Yeah.
You know, like teams are filling up their 30-man
Oh, yeah,
spaces.
they're all fucking filling up now, aren't they? Right.
Filling up the 30-man
Oh,
cup.
fuck. Season's just around the corner, training the house down.
Trail the house down, mate. Trying to train the house down, trying to put in the extra work, and try to win us top.
5K time try. Might be 2K. Now I think of it.
I don't know what the NRL boys do. I think the AFL boys do 5.
I think AFL do 2.
I don't care for that.
No, 2K is a fucking scat amount of distance.
Do you know what
to
I
run.
care about?
What?
do you deadlift?
What are you deadlifting, brah? Well, in AFL it'd be nothing.
Well, it'd be nothing. I don't think that anyone in AFL has put more than 40 kilos on the bar. I think we all acknowledge that. I think we can all...
Kempy weight. Kempy, bench
Yeah,
pressing
winger
60
stuff.
kilos like
Winger
a fucking
stuff.
child.
Winger stuff.
You put that in the crib, don't you? You put those sort of weights in your kid's fucking toy.
Yeah.
Get him conditioned.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah.
Winger stuff.
Winger shit.
Now, is Denon a winger? Yeah.
He certainly was.
Well, even worse. What's sadder than being an ex-winger? I don't know.
Yeah, what's that than being a winger, being an ex-winger?
Or being a winger of 48 games fame.
Hey. 48 more than you and I. But
basically the same? Is 48 games basically the same?
It's basically zero. I basically played as many games as Denon. Now you could go, Edward, what the fuck are you talking
Is that
about?
one
And
of the
you'd be
greatest-
right.
You'd be right. You'd be right in saying, here we sit in his studio.
But let me put it this way:
35 minutes later.
could I fool people into believing that I played as many NRL games as him? I think I could.
And I tell you what the proof of that is, Ben Eichen. Ben Eichen's proof that anyone can play NRL.
That bloke played for Queensland. Unless you're over 27, 28 years old, you go, who the fuck's that guy?
Yeah, who's that old Magoo? Why isn't he doing my taxes?
He looks like my accountant.
He
or my
represent-
dad's mate who...
Yeah, dad's mate who doesn't say much.
And plays tennis on Friday nights.
They golf, and then when he comes around, he gets awkward.
And lost off double faults.
Yeah,
Exclusively.
No. Well, he doesn't mind a donkey drop.
Like a Kyrgios donkey drop?
No, because Kyrgios is a like a tactically executed donkey drop, whereas Ben Eichen's donkey drop, playing backyard tennis with your dad or my dad, is
Yeah, Friday night, 5th division.
got a jammy shoulder.
Yeah.
Sort of a donkey drop, or just that it's my second serve and I need to get this thing in.
Yeah.
That's Ben Eichen.
That's Ben Eichen.
and that's
And
that's
that in a
proof that anyone
roundabout
can play
way,
rugby
exactly.
league.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Now, as the clock ticks,
Yeah, where are we? 35, 37 minutes that we're waiting for Kempy now. So
make of that what you will.
yeah, complete disrespect. This better be kept in, Matty. I tell you, this every single second, except maybe the bit where we criticise his rugby league career when we haven't played. But other than that,
Well, the only reason I'm criticising his rugby league career when I didn't play is because he's 37 minutes late.
true.
And
did, yeah.
I need to start going the low blow.
Yeah.
And I will.
With every
If you
minute
back
that
me into a
passes-
corner, I'll go the low blow.
yeah.
Don't back a fucking... Well, I'm not a lion, but don't back a kitty cat into the corner
Don't cage your kitty cat.
because I'll scratch you.
I'll rear up. Oh, here he look. I can see him in the distance, fucking rolling in.
waddling down?
Yeah, waddling down. Looks like maybe he's got a poo in his ducks, which he might.
I'm not ruling it out.
I'm not ruling out a poo in his ducks.
Punters and dribblers, you can't see him, but you can't tell me
If you-
categorically...
If you saw this man walking, you would see a man with poo in his ducks.
You'd see a man that's... Is that even him?
No, well, that's a guy with a ladder. He is. I think he's like going to pop
Oh.
around the corner and surprise us in a second.